Awesome sauce! Are we ready to testify? Hello, I am your host, Blind Adam, the comic pimp. This is Awesome Sauce Radio. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're all having an amazing, awesome night. Yeah, welcome. You can always catch the replay on Demon Seed Radio, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on Sunday nights over at demonseedradio.com. Before we bring in the co-host and the guests, I want to thank my sponsors. I'd like to thank the Big Apple Comic Con. I had an amazing show there last Saturday. Their next one is December 19th. Alyssa Harrison was a great guest, and I had a lot of fun. So I think anyone who came in said hello and bought some comics. December 19th, the New Yorker Hotel will be the next Big Apple Comic Con. Also want to thank Key Collector Comics. Key Collector Comics, you can get your comics, all your comic knowledge on, learn how to make the money. Yeah. So type in Blind Adam, all one word, to Key Collector, and get to you a few weeks. Also, would like to give a shout out, and if you could check out all her links to Mia Romero, her SoundCloud. Her and I are going to be making a song together, but she's a great friend of the show. So check out her stuff on SoundCloud. She's amazing. Love you, Mia. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Also want to give a shout out to, and please keep him in your thoughts and your prayers. I love you, Mark. You're the best, everything I'd want in a protege and a good flip soldier. Calamity Collectibles. Check him out on Whatnot on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Now here's Rusty ER while I was setting up, so my thoughts and prayers with you, man. Also want to give a quick shout out to 9/8 Wednesdays. Get your comic books on Carotene 9/8 each and every Wednesday. Rob Pillsbury, I love you, buddy. And with that, let's bring on the sexiest girl in all comic book podcasting. Autumn South, how you doing?
Good. I hope everybody's having a good night. How are you, Adam, tonight?
I'm doing well. I can't complain. I had an amazing weekend. I had a great time with my friend, Captain Pete. And, we went drinking the night before Big Apple Comic Con to about 8 in the morning. I went straight to the convention after that.
8 in the morning. Did you sleep? So what time did the convention start? Like 10?
9.
Oh.
I got an hour of sleep where I slept with my eyes open while everyone else was playing Mario Kart.
You didn't sleep.
So can you sleep with your eyes open because you're blind and can't see anything?
Yeah. Superhero secret, but yeah. I guess how was your week?
It was good. Just working on a lot of stuff with the house, trying to get everything together, make sure it's
that's awesome.
What I want and where it needs to be. And that's pretty much it. Taking a break from working for a couple days, and then I'll be back on it. And
pretty much spending $100 every time we walk out.
Yeah,
the
why
damn
does
house.
it cost $100 every time I walk out the door?
Well,
really
$100 feels like spending $1 these days sometimes.
Yeah.
But let's bring out our guest. He's an awesome creator of a great comic, the head of Alpha Dog Comics. John, how you doing?
Hi, how's it going? Thanks for having me on tonight. Hope everyone's doing okay. I'm in my last 22 hours left of the campaign for Alpha Dogs issue 2. If you missed issue 1, you can get that as well during the campaign.
All right, so can you please tell my audience who you are and what you do?
Yeah. My name's John Dexter. I'm the creator and writer of Alpha Dogs. I also wrote another comic book called Steelhawk quite a few years ago, and I had been venturing into screenwriting quite a bit. But I've been for the last 5 years, I've been concentrating on bringing Alpha Dogs to life. Doing the Kickstarter was a great avenue. I started the comic book during COVID, issue 1, so I ended up going to Kickstarter because it was going to be a lot easier to try to get that in people's hands. And we had, for my first comic book on Kickstarter, we had pretty good success. We got funded. And for issue 2, we got funded in half as much time. So that was great. And we've surpassed issue 1's pledges too, by right now about $360, I believe. So
That's awesome.
hopefully we can get a next jump here with the last 22 hours. That'd be great.
And excuse me, I'm still getting used to some things. But can you describe the concept of Alpha Dogs?
Yeah. So like I said, about 5 years ago, a friend of mine who knew that I wrote comics and was a writer, and he said he just watched the Westminster Dog Show, and he said, I've got a great idea for a comic book for you. Do a comic about dogs with superpowers. And at the time I thought that was just the stupidest idea I ever heard. And but the story and the concept just kept percolating. And I have a dog that's a pit bull mix, and pit bulls have always kind of got a bad rap.
They still do, unfortunately.
Yeah. So I'm kind of a firm believer in it's how you raise a dog, not so much the breed. So I wanted my hero was the look of my dog. He's a pit bull, a very large pit bull, Buck, who's the hero of the story, and he's feared by the public because of his breed and his size, but he's actually got a great heart, and he will sacrifice himself to help other people. And we pick up on the story with him and an older pit bull named Cyrus living in hiding with her owner, Ina. And the hero of the story, Buck, he is in love with his owner, of course, like most dogs, and thinks the world of her and that she can do no wrong. While the older dog, who's kind of thrust Ina into being her dog, and he would prefer to be with his original owner. So they've been living for years in seclusion because there's a group of mercenaries called BlackRock that knows of the dog's abilities and have been hunting them for many years. And throughout the story thread, we slowly figure out how the dogs got their abilities. But like I said, we pick up on the story with them living in hiding, and Ina works as a bioengineer at a place called Next Gen, where they're doing the next.
So it's like the next development of genetic engineering and stuff?
No, actually for CAR T therapy. What it is, CAR T therapy is an actual therapy for cancer patients where you extract their healthy cells and weaponize them and inject them back into the cancer patient, and these CAR T cells seek out and destroy the cancer cells. That's where Ina works, and her boss, named Salem, is developed the next stage of this therapy. And what he seduces Ina, and so much so that she actually, first time ever, tells him about her dogs and what they can do. Little does she know that he already knows this, and his goal is to use his CAR T therapy 2.0, using the dog's blood to create his own dogs with their own abilities. And in the first issue, we find out that he actually introduced himself to Cyrus, and Cyrus gives him a sample of his blood. The old pit bull gives Sam a sample of his blood because Cyrus, as you see, there's the explains where we're at right now. Because Cyrus wants to get out of this living and hiding like an ordinary dog. Because the dogs have the ability to understand humans. They're intelligent. they are able to heal from any wound, and they have a slightly heightened strength. So while they're able to understand humans, they still talk like dogs. So humans can't understand them. So yeah, go ahead.
Is dog comic books the new trend?
It seems that way. I mean, like you said, I know I'm doing it a great time, which is just a coincidence because, like I said, I had no idea. I mean, at the time, I knew it would be kind of risky because for one thing, it's a very original story, and up until recently, really just 2021 is when dog comics, thanks to Stray Dogs, have really kind of exploded.
Shout out to Tony and Trish. Love you guys.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah, Trish is actually one of the tiers that she's doing sketch covers.
Yeah, this is the one tier, but I was going to ask you if it's still in stock or not.
I'm sorry, she's doing what?
I want to know if the dog will shut up. Thank you. We're not letting the dogs out yet.
It's the atmosphere of the interview.
But is that tier still in stock, or is it?
Yes, that tier is still in stock. The only one that's
beautiful Trish Forsner sketch cover.
Yeah, that's still available. The only one that's sold out is Have Your Dog in the Comic Book. That sold out in just a few minutes. I guess I should have had a dog.
I saw that because I thought that's the one I was going to actually go and get.
Yeah, I know. And then somebody emailed me today and is like, is there any way I can get my dog? And for what the scene is, I don't want to sell anything short. So I told them, no, I can't do it. So maybe in another issue, I can have a dog pen or something in there. I need to do something, but it just doesn't let it. Maybe
you have some type of parody of the Westminster Dog Show.
Yeah, there you go. Have it on a big screen TV or something.
Yeah. So what are some of the other really, really cool tiers that the Awesome Sauce family can look for?
Yeah, well, we have my wife actually created it. It's a tumbler. You can buy that. I've sold 5 of these. I can't get the camera, but yeah, this is one of the tiers. You can get the tumbler. There's a really cool one is we have an artist and the show on the Kickstarter shows a few of his drawings that he did from issue 1's campaign, where he will do a cartoon drawing of your dog. He does a great job.
Who's the artist?
Lucas. I can't really pronounce it. I'm going to destroy his last name. Eureka. They're the people that are producing the comic are from Argentina. So they're called Stone Tower Studios. They are doing the illustrations, the coloring, the lettering. So yeah, it's kind of nice because I don't have to seek out different people. They're doing everything. So it's very advantageous for me.
Mm-hmm.
So
awesome.
Yeah. Then we got a really cool variant cover of Monto, who is there's the cartoon drawing of your dog. There's 2 of them he did that they were really happy with the people that bought it. It's pretty cool. He's pretty
awesome.
good at it.
So what advice would you give for starting a successful Kickstarter?
Don't do it.
Don't do it?
It's such a pain in the butt. I started for issue 2. I mean, I started November working on it and stuff. So, but like I said, I'm not the best person to ask because I'm not like I'm highly successful at it or anything. But I think a lot of it's networking with other independent creators that probably have a lot to do with it as far as trying to get it made. But save up your money because it's expensive, very expensive. And, yeah, it's basically kind of like having a second job and have an understanding spouse or girlfriend or boyfriend. But
so I already saw that you one of the tiers was to have something in issue 3.
Yeah, your dog in issue 3. Yeah. So hopefully,
when will issue 3 actually get started?
Issue 3, I'm going to start that. I think one issue people might have been a little hesitant to fund issue 2 from issue 1 is there was such a long gap in between issue 1 and 2. But this time, issue 2 is just about. I mean, the art's finished, so I'm going to start issue 3 in August or September. So there will only be there'll be a much shorter gap in between issues as opposed to 1 and 2. So hopefully that'll help out people wanting to support it.
Sweet. Is there any possibility of you getting the book in the stores outside of just doing Kickstarter?
I've talked to a few people, a few comic book stores in the area. Most of the time, they don't know me or anything, so I'm afraid it'd be kind of collecting dust. But
I want you to reach out to a good friend of mine, a good friend of the show's. His name is Dennis Lebardra.
Okay.
Wonder World Comics. He's out in Michigan. I forget exactly where.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's out in Monroe. Excuse me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Right now, I'm gonna be in South Haven, Michigan, on Free Comic Book Day, signing copies and selling them, and they're probably gonna put my comic book in the store. And then there's 2 big comic book stores in Grand Rapids, and they also own one in Ann Arbor. And I'm in talks with them about putting the comic book in their store right now. I've talked to other places, but most of them have been kind of, there was one pretty big comic book store in Michigan City, Indiana, and he said I had the Power Rangers over and nobody showed up, so he was kind of talking me out of doing a signing there because he didn't think anybody would show up. It's just with COVID, kind of hurt everything, and
COVID's been the gift that keeps on giving with recovering. So unfortunately,
yeah, exactly. So it kind of took a hit with going to signings. There's a few bookstores I was going to go to that canceled because of COVID. So, but in the future, it'd be nice to get it in some comic book stores, but it would probably be best for me to actually go there and do a signing before I even attempted it, or to just be collecting dust.
Sure.
What advice would you give to someone wanting to start their own comic?
Well, it's like I said. Well, if you could draw, that would help. Then you don't have to pay an artist to do it, because as they should, artists are expensive, but they should be expensive, and or save up your money, get 2 jobs, just pinch your pennies. And what I did is I kind of just paid as I go I went for issue 1, and I was lucky to get a nice bonus to help for issue 2 to get that going. So that's what I would say. And read books about writing, if you're writing the book. Stephen King's On Writing is a great one. It's not for a comic book, but I think it lends itself to writing, and just write every day,
Mm-hmm.
Do the co-hosts have any questions to add?
Oh, I was just, do you write anything else other than like just your comics? You just.
Well, for right now, that's what I've concentrated on is Alpha Dogs, getting that story out there. But I wrote quite a few screenplays. One that I did, there's a screenplay contest put on by the Academy Awards, the Oscars, and I got to the semifinals, which was the top 180 out of 7,200 people. So there was some interest from some.
That's awesome sauce.
Yeah, there was some interest from some people, but like anything else, when it comes to trying to get a movie done, it fell through. I'd worked on that for many, many years, trying to get that off the ground, because it became a semifinals 2 years in a row. So for 2 years, it was in the top 180 out of 7,000. The first one was 7,200, and the second one was 7,500. So,
Well, what was it about?
That one, it was historical fiction. It was about a story that most people have never even heard of. So, back in the 1910s, when automobiles started to become manufactured, they needed rubber for the tires. Mm-hmm. So they got their rubber out of the Amazon jungle. So they would make rubber balls and transport them. Well, they decided to make a railway to transport these. and the railway was called the Devil's Railway because it was a lot of Amazonians died putting it together. European people came over, and I mean, it's the Amazon jungle. I mean, a mosquito bite and you're going to die. I mean, dysentery. I mean, you're talking that 1910. So, and they enslaved a lot of the Indians there, which would be, they called them Indians, the Amazonian natives. I mean, thousands and thousands were murdered by the rubber. They were called rubber barons. They would be like, well, you can, I guess, like the Bill Gates and,
So there were the Bill Gates and the Steve Jobs of
the
their
elite
time.
people that owned the parcels out there. So the story is about a cowboy who's ends up going to work on the railway, and he falls in love, and he ends up being one of the engineers for the railway, and he turns and fights against them. But yeah, it was historical fiction, but hopefully one day I'll be able to make it a comic. I don't know.
That's cool. I like that.
What did you find easier, writing a comic book or writing a screenplay?
Writing a comic book, but I wrote screenplays first, so I kind of took me years to figure out how really to write a screenplay. And a comic book, the way I write a comic book, it's much similar to a screenplay. I basically put it in the same kind of act format, and
but it's you have to explain a whole lot more in a whole lot less time.
yes,
Like with a comic, like the book, you could just explain a tree for like 30 pages.
yeah.
A comic book, you have to make it like short and sweet to the point.
Yeah, I enjoy writing a comic book a lot more. I get to be more in charge because I get, you're kind of with a comic book, you're kind of the director as well. Setting up the scenes and whatnot. So I enjoy it a lot more writing a comic book.
How many issues is Alpha Dog going to be?
Well, the first storyline, I think I'll be able to cut it down to 9 issues. I mean, eventually, it kind of just depends what happens with it. I mean, if I had my way, it'd be about 100 issues, but I don't know. It just depends. I mean, obviously with Kickstarter, it would take years. So I'm hoping that I can eventually get picked up by, independent comic book company, so I can bring out the issues a lot faster than what I'm doing. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, issue 1 had a lot of really good reviews. There was actually one yesterday from that was posted, and now the name slipped my mind. But on YouTube, there's some reviews, and on my Facebook, I published some reviews, and I've had nothing but good reviews so far. So
that's awesome. It really is a sweet book, and if you could have it made into a movie or a TV show, who would you want to see voice the dogs and play the humans?
Oh, I don't even. I really hasn't. I mean, I guess people with pretty deep voices, if they're going to do a dog voice.
Will Smith.
There you go. I've heard enough about Will Smith that last me a lifetime. I'm trying to find the reviewer because he did a pretty cool review. Yeah, I don't know who I would have. I do it. I mean, I would love to see it as a Netflix miniseries if I had my way. So, but yeah,
short series.
We would get 1 season and then it would be canceled.
Yeah, I know. Unless it was
a good solid 5 episode 2 hour a piece miniseries.
Yeah, that would be cool too.
The best one.
Bad thing is though, I get invested in those and then they go away and never come back, and I get pissed off.
True. A miniseries is just long enough for you to get attached to a character, and then you're like, damn,
I want more.
I don't have anal leakage or something. I think you're in farts.
Whoever is cutting the cheese in the background, we need to stop.
Oh God, now he's dropping deuces.
All right, someone needs to take away the producer's sound machine, ASAP, because he's being rude and impolite when the guest is trying to tell a story. Damn it!
That's all right. I'm entertained.
All right, so the guest is encouraging it. Okay. So, how many what's some of the other supporting dogs besides Buck and Cyrus?
Well, yeah, in the future issues, you actually be introduced in issue 3 will be a Chihuahua, a Siberian Husky, and a Cocker Spaniel. But for issue 2, it's right now it's just the two pit bulls and a Presa Canero, who is our antagonist dog, the one who is Salem's dog, who gets injected with the serum. And if you go to the Kickstarter, you can see the first 7 pages, and you can see his the ability that the Presa Canero Monto gets from being injected with the serum. A very scary dog that would eat Cujo.
Very scary.
Interesting.
But yeah,
she brought Chihuahua into the comics because she bosses around big dogs. Like she thinks she's like 500 pounds. And
She does think she's fine.
we was dog sitting for Autumn's mom over the weekend, and she has like a 120-pound dog, and our dog maybe weighs like 3 pounds. This Chihuahua would stare her down,
Scare her to death.
show her teeth, growl at her, bark,
She thinks that
and the big dog would just cower in the corner. I was like, oh my God. This is
like, why do you have to be so mean? I don't know.
I know. Do you ever have a chance in the future to putting in a service dog? That would be cool too.
Yeah, that would be cool. Would be
service
really cool.
dogs don't get much love out there.
No, they don't. But they can go into Lowe's anytime with their owner.
Yeah, that's not always a good thing though.
Yeah.
Like service dog with like an uber superpower of like he's like extra gifted because he's a service dog.
There you go.
Right? Like he's the baddest of them. Like he's a badass.
I think that would be the ones the most annoyed with humanity. These damn humans can't they do anything on their own? Why are we their servants?
Oh, like he's just like an old grumpy like old man. Like the service dog, he's just a grumpy old man.
Like, I'm sick of walking the blind guy around. I'm walking in front of a truck. I'm sick of this. I quit.
Yeah.
There you go.
And he just like has this like
he kills all his humans that he has to be in service to.
Yeah, he's like
he just like turns on them all one day.
Yeah, there you go. But
it's like I gotta save his blind ass again.
How many times I had to stop him from getting hit by the truck or walking into the sewer grate?
I wonder if dogs actually think that though.
You never know.
Like this stupid human, really?
My dog right now, that's why she's just like, please put me on the bed, make sure I have bonds, let me sleep.
Yeah, that's basically how my dog is too.
Our dog literally just does what she's doing right now. She just lays.
That's how my dog does too. He's 12. He's an old man, so.
Yeah, minus 16.
Oh my God! Wow. Wow, that's got to be a record holder.
Yeah, like that's all.
So, are you going to be at any of the conventions this year?
Any of the connections?
I said any of the comic book conventions this year? Are you going to be promoting Alpha Dogs?
I don't know. I'd like to. I might go to the one in Lansing, like I said, in July. But I wouldn't mind going to the Motor City. That's the big one in Michigan, is the Motor City Comic Con. But all those tables are sold out. Plus, they're like
sold out already. Holy shit!
Well, plus they're $700 for a table, and I never get my money back. I went to the one in Elkhart here about 3 weeks ago. I didn't get a table. The tables were sold out, but I handed out flyers with the campaign on it and how to contact it on there. So, and then I did a signing at the local library. But yeah, I'd like to go to the one in Lansing. I want to try to get to that in July. One problem is gas prices is obviously.
Yeah, I hear you. What are you paying out in Michigan now?
Yeah, Michigan's really expensive. It's I think today actually was a record low for the last few weeks. It was $3.85, and it's been at $4.25 for quite a while.
It was $4.60 here.
Last time I checked, we were at $4.29.
Yeah, I think our highest was $4.68.
$4.68 is how much we were paying last week.
Where do you guys live?
Maryland.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a little more expensive.
New Jersey, New York.
Yep.
Depending on what side of the bridge I'm on.
expensive everywhere, honestly.
I honestly think it goes by state. Like some states are just like, no, we're not going to make you pay this much, and then other states.
Yeah, it's regulated by state. It was us. Our gas prices were higher.
Amazon stop.
On roads. But
Yeah.
Hey, I wanted to bring up the news of the week. Okay.
So that's some news.
Do you have a dog pimp?
If Al could start bringing up the bitch slap pictures, that would be great. You all see the Academy Awards this week? Because if it wasn't for Chris Rock and Will Smith, they would have had no clue.
Yeah, I didn't even know what was going on until we saw that on Twitter.
It's so annoying. I watched it like as soon as
it looks kind of staged to me. This bitch slap.
I watched it 15 times. It looks fake as shit.
My thing is do you not touch your face after you get hit? Like, wouldn't you?
That's what I'm saying. Like, he had some pretty damn good composure for just getting bitch slapped on stage.
Like, oh fuck, or like my head, whatever.
Yeah.
He didn't even
his
touch
reaction was just like, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Like it was nothing.
Like either he's
keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth.
Yeah. Like either Chris Rock is tough as hell or Will Smith is just a pussy.
I still say it looks from my background in
as real as the moon landing.
It looks like they planned this a little bit because
don't get me started on the moon.
Puts his shit in as he's waiting. It makes him look like he's waiting for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's kind of
that big smirk on Will Smith's face.
Well, as Will Smith gets ready to do it from the side profile view on camera, you can see him smirking as he's smacking him.
I mean, yeah, in this second clip, you can the second one is
and the wind up and the slap just looks like something straight out of WWE.
Yeah, my thing is though, how loud was the slap? Did everybody?
It was pretty loud.
You could hear it.
It was loud.
It was loud, but you got to imagine even a small slap would probably be loud because the mic that they wear is on their lapel.
Yeah, but do we know was it like a fake clap or like a slap noise?
You know how hard that would be.
Like the Shawn Michaels super kick where he slaps his leg.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they just play it?
No, you can't play a slap sound in real time and sync it up automatically.
Right.
I don't know. Try syncing to the slap.
And that was your cue, producer, man. We have a smack.
Yeah, see? It would get screwed up.
Like some guy sitting there.
No, it was
Will
he
Smith
really
slap.
got slapped. It was that wasn't hard, but it made a lot of pop.
Yeah.
So if you got your lapel mic on, it's going to pick that up
And let's remember that they are acting. I think that maybe Chris Rock and Will Smith got together. Yeah, Kim, you want to create a moment that will last forever?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And nobody's ever going to forget that moment.
What'll happen is in a couple months we'll hear about they're both starring in a new movie that's supposed to.
Well, Chris Rock's tickets sold out in minutes, where it usually was taking months.
Yeah, so there you go.
And the Batman meme that I've been showing for all this was the most searched for meme all day on Monday.
What pissed me off is people got on there and started afterwards, when they were doing interviews with people, hey, what did you think about this? A bunch of these people were getting on there and trying to make it a racial thing or a homophobic thing, because it was I remember back in when that movie first came out that they would say that means you're a lesbian and they're just homophobic. I'm oh my God, it was a joke. That's not what this was about. What the hell are people talking about?
Yeah.
Everybody has to always make something out to be something that it isn't to get their narrative across. And I'm just will you shut the fuck up already? It had nothing to do with that. And where you just pulled that out of your ass from center field. What the hell?
True.
That's political PC culture go amok.
Yeah.
True.
I think half the PC generation has brain damage. Just saying.
Yeah.
I think we need to take some of these PC kids and build a time machine. You're going back to 1979, 1980. Tell me how you survive.
I want to put all the kids that are wearing Champion now and thinking they're hot shit back in my shoes when I had to wear it when I was poor, going to school and getting made fun of. And I'm like, yeah, you go to my school and wear that shit now.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I just wish I would have kept some of it. Like, could you imagine the vintage resale price right now on like an OG like Champion hoodie?
Yeah.
That would be sweet.
It's like, hey, my $10 hoodie now costs $1,000. Give me the money.
Money, 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 money.
Speaking of money, did you hear? Autumn just told me this in the car. They said that they are thinking about giving out checks to people if gas gets to a certain price.
It was.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah, it said something along the lines of like, if it stayed over an average amount or whatever, that it was a bill of X amount of dollars to send to Americans for like high gas prices, like a stimulus check,
like
but
a
for
gas relief.
It's
Like
like
a
a stimulus check for people who drive and can't afford their gas no more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, here's your gas card. And now we have like a gas card that
Well,
Joe
what
Biden's
pisses me
giving
off
us.
is going to be like you said, because they'll screw us like they did this year on our taxes. They're like, did you get the full amount? No, we didn't.
They're gonna be like, just kidding. It says
Yeah,
right
you
here that we
did. You
sent
got
to
it.
you. So we're gonna take that amount away from you. You don't need anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, but I didn't get
It's
the whole thing.
Here, we're going to gyp you out of $1,100 on your tax refund.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Any thoughts, John?
Oh yeah, that's great. I hope so. I got a company vehicle. My wife drives 2 miles to work, so that'll work. I'll take a check for gas.
Nice.
Exactly.
I'll take it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys enjoy it because we need a car that blind people can drive, and we need the roads.
No, you know what they need to do? They need to give you like Uber credits.
Oh, fuck yeah. I mean, the price of Uber right now, it's ridiculous.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, rideshare probably costs more than going in your actual vehicle.
Oh yeah.
Now, by my parents' house, there is not a trip under $40 right now.
Oh my god, that's
Wow.
That's because everything's like half an hour. Everything I need to get to is like a half an hour away.
$40 if you want to go to your mom's house.
That's insane.
No.
Like, I'll charge you $60, drive from Maryland up there to do it, and still have gas left over, and we get to hang out.
Okay.
He's like, all right.
Hey, John, where can my audience find you online?
You can. They're my Twitter handles there at Real Alpha Dogs. Then on Instagram is Alpha_Dogs_comic. On Twitter, and I'm on Facebook too. You just got to go through all the John Dexters out there, which mine should come up pretty towards the top because I'm going to assume that most people have friends that are in the independent comic community. So, and I'm friends with quite a bit of them. So, but yeah, I mean, it's if you like comics like Why the Last Man and TV shows like Lost, and you like Alpha Dogs. It's it's original comic, and it's got a really good storyline with trying to figure out how the dogs got their powers. And as we go along in the series, we go through flashbacks and slowly discover how it came to be. And then the storyline with Salem trying to create his own dogs with superpowers because he's on a mission of revenge for his family. And we discover why as the issue goes along. So it's got a lot of mystery and adventure on it. And you're not going to find, 3 comics like Alpha Dogs out there on the shelves. It's very different. Doing the screenwriting, it's paced similar to a movie once you start reading it. We have a setup with Ina kind of betraying her dogs by telling her boyfriend about their abilities and theme of the story is kind of a cautionary tale about how a parent will bring in a new boyfriend or girlfriend and kind of push their own kids aside. And this is similar what happens with Buck. You know, he thinks his owner can do no wrong, and then he's given he discovers she's human. You know, she has needs. She's lived a very lonely life protecting her dogs, and finally she just divulges the secret that she's held for so many years about the dogs and what they can do. She just picked the wrong guy to do it because he's got his own and motives that will be revealed. It's kind of the story's kind of a domino effect of what happens when you hate to say portray your dogs, but it's basically what happens, and like your own kids when you push them aside and because some new hot thing comes into your life and the consequence that it brings.
Wow. Well, how much time is left on the current campaign for issue 2?
We've got about 22 hours. It ends at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully, I'm hoping I can get to 100 people. I'm at 95 right now. There's 21 hours left. So
let's get her done. Let's get them to 100. And how many of the $140 Trish Porter sketch here's a look?
That'd be nice. Make her happy. She's been kind enough to help support the comic. She actually was the pledge that put me over the $3,000. So that was pretty awesome.
I love Trish. She's an awesome person.
She is a very, very awesome humble person. You know,
I'm surprised she actually. Yeah, I'm surprised she has any free time left at all anymore.
I know. She's got a lot of requests, and that's for sure. I think she probably can quit if she had another job, quit that and do this full time because she's very hot right now.
Oh yeah. Well, I want to wish you all the success with Alpha Dogs. I want to thank you for being a guest.
Thank you. It was nice to see you. It was nice to meet you, Autumn, and your husband or boyfriend, whoever he was in the background.
Manager. Yeah, my husband.
That's her husband. That's the manager. He manages both of us.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, okay.
What was that? Yeah, that was a screaming goat. That's what it was.
Oh, that sounds like a baby.
Thank you so much, John.
Thank you. I appreciate it for having me on. It was fun. I'll if you want to get me a hold of your contact in Monroe, the comic book store, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I'll send it over to you via Twitter tomorrow.
All right, cool. All right, well, thanks for talking to you, and you guys have a good night.
Send me a take care. Awesome sauce. And that was John.
Jetlanders.
Yes. Alpha Dog Comics. Please check them out.
Who in the hell is making all those fucking noises?
All
right. Someone needs to take away the man that shows sound machine effect thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a fight to Florida. I'm going to kick it.
We have
whoever's
fucking
been drinking.
Sounds like.
Is that Lucas I hear?
Yes, that is me. And whoever's been drinking hot milk before y'all get on the show, y'all need if you can pull it back. Yeah.
I need a cold
goddamn where you milk lactose intolerant.
With your lactose intolerant.
Lucas, don't you have any administrative controls on the machine over there to beat his ass? This is crazy, man.
We do not.
Does he have
I don't know.
I'm getting bad.
Listen, there were some comments in there earlier that I was cracking up at that I don't know if you guys saw.
What comments were there?
The best one was if you can hear a fart coming out of your dog's ass before it actually happens.
I don't know if that would be cool.
How is that possible?
I don't know.
Is that even worse?
Off of air before.
Listen, Adam is blind. Like he might have better hearing.
So they're asking if Adam has superhuman fucking hearing.
Yes, because you would be able to hear a fart before.
Adam could hear ants fart.
Okay.
Well, sometimes you ever just be sitting around with somebody and you love them dearly, man, and then you can just hear it bubbling up in their stomach,
You all the fucking time.
and then
Excuse
you
me,
and then you look to your left or you look to
guys
your
have
right
shit
at this
for that.
person that you actually absolutely love because you know it's about to happen, and then instead of getting up to like just go to another room or go to the bathroom maybe to smell it, they just sit there. And maybe you even get them see like maybe you're even so comfortable that you get them see you try to like rise like a right butt cheek or left butt cheek to let it out, or you get one of the stupid ones and they sit there while the stomach is hurting like a motherfucker, you know.
Listen. There's all kinds of reasons why. Like you have to lift the cheek for it to come out because you don't want it to go up the front. Like that's what you don't want it to do. That's the thing.
A front fart.
Oh yeah. Look, he's laughing like it's not a real thing. It really is a real thing. A front fart is a real thing.
I mean, I've farted before, and then my ball sack burnt afterwards, like a spicy
That's because
fart.
you've been eating too many spicy.
Spicy tuna sandwiches.
Yeah.
Wait, because I thought you were talking about maybe like a vagina fart or something like that.
Oh no,
Yeah,
no,
like-
she has farts
like
that
no.
go up in between her flaps.
Nobody needs to know.
The vegan, the bacon, the vertical bacon sandwich. Okay, the air travels from the crevice in the back and goes up the front sometimes through
Like,
the cavity.
ew, it doesn't go into your vagina.
No, I'm saying it goes through.
You know
the
what?
lip.
Because actually, sometimes it does. I've heard women talk about this. Like, hey, you got the normal, anal
Like-
part,
like-
and then sometimes it has nowhere to go, so it just goes up in that one, and then she, again, like the fuck.
Yeah, like
You know what? Like, I always wonder about the girls that have the fucking hanging curtains. Like, if they queef, does it go like and flutter in the wind?
I don't know. That's probably on Pornhub. You should just look. That up.
Jesus.
Chitlins is
Adam, do you know
Yeah.
about that? Does that happen?
Adam's is MIA. He's not.
Oh, you don't want to talk about beef curtains? Fuck. All right.
Yeah, you're the only one over here talking about beef curtains. Dude.
I had roast beef earlier. Like,
Oh, so now what are we?
Yeah, the
Arby's
question
over
was,
here?
do vegan smarts smell like flowers? Like, why would
No.
it smell like flowers? Because
No,
no,
they,
it smells like a fucking barn animal.
yeah, I mean, they don't smell like. I mean, they don't eat flowers unless you're talking about the ones that eat dandelions.
I mean,
Hippie farts probably smell like flowers. It's
No,
not like-
hippie sports smells
Smell like
like
weed.
straight up fucking hookah and ganja.
I mean, yeah.
What the hell?
What did we walk in on?
When a hippie farts, it smells like weed. It smells like it came out of a fucking hookah. I'm not kidding.
Okay, then what does a crackhead's fart smell like?
straight death.
Okay.
It smells
Well,
like
crackheads-
the thing that they be doing like 10 minutes after they do.
Crackheads don't really fart that much because they don't eat enough.
Yeah, and then they got onto like all of the.
I love it when you see crackheads coming down from their like Twitch moment and they're like barely functioning like a zombie and they're like,
No, you
I
just
do
find
not. They should just stay home. Nobody wants to see all that, man. It's like,
that's how you just drive down the street in Philadelphia. It's like it looks
the
like a fucking
crackhead
horror
farts
movie.
make you high. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't put my face anywhere near a crackhead.
No, but I did hear that if you put cocaine in a stripper's ass and she farts it at your face, you can get
see, but
Dark-
that's cocaine
dark-
high. Cocaine high is different from crack high.
Yeah, but then like
Wouldn't that fart contain a lot of glitter too?
See, I always wondered about that though. Like you said, cocaine high is different than crack high, but aren't they derived from the same thing?
They are derived from the same thing, but got to remember that there's a bunch of chemicals that people put in the crack.
Yeah, that's
That
true.
makes it different from cocaine to cut it.
Yeah, that's what turns it into the crack rock, right? Like all that.
That's
shit.
why it's
cocaine split with baking soda, and like they take
Yeah, but
they
it's
take
crystal. Crack is crystals, like hard crystals.
no, it's freaking and
So
baking
how did that
powder
rap song go?
or baking
There's
powder.
a rap song that tells you the whole recipe.
I actually seen it.
On Netflix, they had a show where the guy would he would buy it, and for him to make
No, they
more.
cut cocaine with baking soda to get more because the baking soda and the cocaine look the same. So then when they stored it, it doesn't. This is a research right now. No, crack is a crack rock that you smoke.
I don't know.
You can smoke it or inject it.
Yeah, there
For
you go.
both
'Cause
of
you
them.
can cut it down and put it into your veins too.
But crack will definitely get you higher and faster.
Isn't heroin what? So heroin, like they freaking shoot that into their veins. They gotta melt that shit down too.
Yeah, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything nowadays. There's no such thing as pure anything anymore. They're all cutting it with something.
There is no pure. It's a myth.
Yeah. Plus, you don't. The thing is, you don't even want pure cocaine in your body. That shit'll.
And they probably like. I would say like.
I'll just stick with alcohol and weed. I'm good.
Like yeah.
Well, I mean, if you grow your own, you're good. But if you're getting the dude off the street, he's putting some. That's. I mean, yeah. Well, fentanyl. They're lacing them with fentanyl right now. Meth. That's the worst part about it.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like that shit will straight up kill you in an instant. That fentanyl shit. Like I work in a pharmacy. And like anytime we got around fentanyl, like we had to have like these thick ass gloves on and like some like crazy like.
Babe, I used to work in a doctor's office where they would just take the fentanyl patches, cut them in half, stick them in the trash.
Yeah, and you know why that's fucking dangerous as shit? You inhale just a little bit of that shit, you're dead.
No, it was a patch like you.
Oh, it didn't have the powder.
No, it was like a fentanyl. It's like a patch that you stick on your skin.
We had fentanyl powder.
Powder. Holy shit.
Scrape your nutsack skin and smoke it. What?
Okay, go on.
How about we don't?
That just sounds disgusting. Who sent us that comment?
I don't know.
Okay. Bungholes.
So how's it going, Adam?
It's going great, Lucas. Convention went well. I had a really successful convention.
Which convention was that?
The Big Apple Comic Con.
Okay, gotcha.
I saw Mel. My partner in crime actually sold some stuff to Mel. Mel was very happy.
Did you finger him?
And,
cool.
It was just a good weekend.
Cool.
Finally made some really good life decisions, which I'm extremely happy about. I decided not to relocate out to Vegas after all. I'm going to stay in the Big Apple.
Where you living? Come
on. And life keeps on spinning.
Who is El Fortune, man? Got some ASMR going, man.
What?
El Fortune? Who's the man in the chair today?
That's Al.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's some guy named Al Mega.
There I am.
Here she is.
I'm back. I had to get my phone. My laptop died.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that sucks.
I can hear you and see you.
How'd your weekend go, Lucas?
Just busy, man. Freaking you know how it is in between whatnot sales and pull box sales. And in fact, your box went out yesterday or this morning.
Yeah, I saw that.
No, this morning. Yeah, this morning I think, or something like that. Yep. This is going to be a bad week for comics, and especially if you had to get it mailed, because like the paper quality on all that stuff was absolutely trash.
Let's see. I'm gonna go up bleeding cool for a minute, because I can't believe that there was actually a title for that article. Is Marvel Comics printed on toilet paper? I believe was the exact quote.
Does it really suck that bad?
Yeah, it's bad. And then when you get multiple quantities, like if you get like 90 or 100 stacked in one box, the boxes while they're in transit, they freaking move this way and that way. So
like crinkle the edges and stuff and make them like
yeah. So it's bad, and they like bend and everything. So the days of everybody just expecting 9/8 for every book is out the window.
It's been tough lately getting 9/8.
Yeah, so y'all can forget that, man. That 9/8 are not gonna be. I don't think 9/8 are gonna be a thing. If they are, you're gonna have to send it off to somebody who's gonna have to like iron that shit or press that shit.
It's gonna make all the pressers happy. What's up, Red Hood?
Yeah, but once it gets so like if it starts bending like this, it's not gonna.
Goodbye, CGC rating.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what we were saying. Because if the paper is gonna be cheap, it's not gonna last very long.
Right.
Not gonna last very long.
But you know what, man? If I'm down with it. If as long as the price stays like $3.99 for those books, I'm fine with it. Don't freaking charge me $4.99, $5.99, and $8.99, and then expect me to pay that money for these thin ass freaking books. Unless they're gonna do like DC does, because DC they have like a normal cover, right?
And then I have the
And then they have a card stock, right? The card stock is like these thick fucking like these freaking thick covers. You could cut somebody's neck with that shit.
Oh yeah, and then like the inside is just like the paper.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
It's-
sometimes like
Lucas,
that.
speaking of DC, I guess the book of the week right now is Batman White Knight.
No.
Okay. Now,
Hey.
please stop.
It's all right, Adam. I got you.
Ooh, that hurt.
You said the black and white.
The Batman White Knight, Batman Beyond.
I have no idea why. I just saw it sold out, but I have no idea why it.
I heard low print.
Let's see. Let me see if Out left me anything. Nope, I don't have any DC books yet. But no, I mean, was there like a new character? Because the art wasn't.
No, it was just I guess it was just not heavily ordered or whatever, but I know it's sold out.
Marvel new releases. Oh, here we go.
I'm back again. Gee whiz. Now I'm like,
Now it's super dark. What the hell happened?
he's busy screwing me up. you guys.
It's just because the computer died and everything got all wacky.
Your computer died.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we have to use the laptop. You know.
Yeah, so what's new? What's new in your guys' part of the world there, Autumn and Gar?
What are we doing? I'm just dealing with him while he writes the script of Tornado right now.
Oh, you haven't even written the script up yet? Are you working on it?
Revisions.
He's working on it now.
Revisions more like rewrite.
Yeah, so
I'd say I have like a week left and I should be finished.
That's tough, man. Writing is freaking tough, man.
yeah, but it's writing like, what if there was a cow and a stripper and they fucked each other and they were going this way and then an alien came out of space with the 20 tentacles, but they were actually dicks. Like, that's what it's like. It's not just like, hey, we're gonna write something about, normal.
Less conversations are always better.
Yeah. We've also been working on our art wall that we have. I don't want to move the camera around too much, but we have some stuff behind Autumn that we've been working on.
Yeah, I see that. One of them, it looks like a design variant where it's like different versions of the same characters. Is that
It's
Jack
like,
from Halloween?
Yeah, it's just like Tim Burton stuff. It's like there's Beetlejuice, Edward Scissorhands, Jack Skellington, and then what's this fucking guy's name? The Martian guy with the fucking with the brain, like, and then he has the glass dome over top of it.
I forget his
Oh
name.
yeah. The Martian from Martians, right?
Yeah,
I don't know
like,
if he has a
straight
name. That's cool. And then
Yeah.
up above your head, it looks like the butterfly from Silence of the Lambs. I don't know if that's what that's supposed to be.
Yeah, but it's like a real moth. It's a death's head hawk moth.
Yeah, it actually has like a skull like on the back of its head, like the shape of a skull.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the one to your right shoulder? Who's that supposed to be?
This is just I don't know. It's something I found in my mom's house. A picture. Over there's some stuff. I got all kinds of stuff. What are you gonna move it? Oh, that's the scorpion. There's a scorpion right there. Yeah.
Where did Adam go, man? Looks like he went
I
off
don't
to. Looks like he went off to cook some crack or crack cocaine or something like that. You know how it is when people start talking about it, man. Freaking start fiending for it.
Amazon, stop. I'm sorry, I had a little indigestion problem there.
See, I told you it was you. It was you, motherfucker. You lactose intolerant motherfucker. You're sitting up there, fucking.
You were farting all night. It was just your
Might as well be. Something with dinner disagreed with me.
So he was just taking a deuce.
Yeah, he was just dropping the Dos Equis.
Yeah.
Just killing everybody with
I do
your freaking,
apologize.
you know, with the fucking hamburger cheese. You know, it's all right, Adam. It's all right, man. It's gonna be all right, man. Just don't eat so much that next time, man. So that you're allowed one fart per show, and then get that out of the way. One fart is funny. 2 or 3, we're starting to get concerned about your insides and shit. I mean,
What do we have,
like 100 tonight?
He has colonitis.
Colonitis.
I
Do you
mean,
need some colon cleanse?
Colon blow.
Yeah, colon blow.
that's exactly what cheese is, right? So I mean, I remember back in the day, freaking one of the most popular parties, right? Because used to be wine and cheese parties, right? You could either just have the wine cootery freaking boards, or you would have like the
cootery board.
yeah, the what do you call it? The little cheese fountain, right? And everybody would fucking have the little sticks. And freaking, yeah.
Oh, no.
So in fact, I got a freaking crazy story about that shit. And then you drink your wine, your freaking beer, right? And then chilling, right? And you know when the party ends. Party ends when the fucking cheese and wine are gone, right? But now, nobody likes those fucking type of parties because there's a lot of people around here that's just lactose intolerant, right? Fucking, you can't be sitting at a party with your friends and just fucking killing them with the cheese farts and everything.
I don't understand how so many people are like, I'm lactose intolerant, or I have celiac disease. I can't have gluten. I'm like, motherfucker, not that many people in the world have that goddamn disease where you can't eat gluten.
Lactose intolerant, I don't know. Like, I feel like more people have been starting to get it, but
why is the question?
But then again,
the government.
People with lactose intolerant, like
the government's making us lactose intolerant. What the fuck?
And not eat cheese.
Yeah, because Joe Biden don't want all them cows farting and polluting our air, so he doesn't want us to drink as much.
So when it comes to the lactose intolerant, the reason why that might be is because at one point in our country, we were a little bit more homogeneous, right? Just you're either black or you're white or Asian. But now that we're getting a little bit more of the people from other countries, especially South American countries, and they have a little bit more of a voice. Now we do hear about that because there is a gene within the Latin American community that they are genetically lactose intolerant, right? So that's probably why. Now the whole gluten free and celiac disease, I don't know about that. Now we just are starting to get freaking tests for that and everything. But now the only reason why people even care about testing is because people are like, well, if you're fat, you might have a problem or this and everything. Back in the day, during the 70s,
define fat.
Yeah, if you were big, you were just big. That was it. You were happy, man, because you would rather be big than freaking skinny. That's just the way it was.
Depending on people's definition of fat, like
I personally remember even back in the early 2000s when I was in school, like I played on the football team. I was one of the smallest people on the team, and I got made fun of because I was skinny as shit. Like, I was in there, like, there were 250, 275 pound, like, dudes that weren't much taller than me. So they were, like, husky as fuck. And I'm just, like, I was 100 pounds and, 5'5", and I was like a rail. And everybody's like, oh, look at that little skinny bastard. So I always wanted to gain weight. Now I'm fat as shit and I want to lose it again.
Well, fat back then was just a whole different thing. Like you could be fat, be fat and big back then. And for instance, like farmers, right? There were a lot more people that were farmers, right? They would go out freaking to the barn, fucking pitch some fucking hay, fucking walk the cows and shit. That was their exercise. They were big, they were fucking big, fat, but no, they were healthy. Nowadays,
It's like,
big, fat, and
why were you so big and look so heavy? And I know you're out there every day, like baling hay, throwing hay into the back of this damn
that's
truck.
right.
Like,
Well, because
fat now from fat then is like two different things.
right, because if you've ever seen those like weightlifters, I'm talking about the serious guys. They're not fucking skinny.
Yeah.
No, they're not skinny at all. Like they're built like me because that's how I feel. Like because I'm strong as shit according to her, and she's like, "Yeah, you should just be one of those power lifters." I was like, "Yeah, fuck that."
Yeah, because it's just like
guys were wearing those they're not called long johns. I forget what you call them. That like back when I was a kid, freaking I forget they're not called long johns. The joints with the freaking straps over the fucking blue fucking things.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The shit. What are they
oh
called?
my god, what are those called? I was just
like the farmer fucking the redneck people wear them.
Yeah. I mean, I just started seeing people wearing those again.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, overalls.
Yeah. Overalls. Yeah. There was a lot more people that wore those because they were actual fucking farmers, or they actually had to get manual labor done back in the day. Now it's a rare sight to see people out there fucking, especially on their fucking John Deere fucking machines, man.
Plus, I think a lot of that shit's automated now too.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, we have an apple orchard near us, and like they don't even go out and like pick the apples anymore. They got a machine that shakes the fucking trees and it goes into a bin.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's like,
okay,
yeah, it's crazy. Like I was watching like the stuff where they do the corn now. It's just like this machine that goes down and throws it in the back of a big thing.
Probably just like just like strips it and then
it's all automated. So all these people that used to do the manual labor to stay in shape aren't doing it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, man, freaking that's just the way it is. The big and fat nowadays, man, freaking. You trying to ask, well, hey man, freaking, let's go over here. Let's go to Disney World or walk a mile or something like that. They're like, hold up, they get from, I really feel like if you go to Disney World, they know that you got to strategically place that shit. So you walk out of one ride, you got a few feet before you got them sitting down, right? That's just the way Americans are nowadays.
Oh boy, take my fucking park. Oh boy.
It's not gonna be like
I'm
it's
one of
gonna
those
be
fat
like
guys.
Wally.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that we're all gonna end up like Wally,
where they're just like hovering around on those like Walmart cart spaceships, and they're all fat as fuck.
I feel like I'm
go karts.
a guy that can walk like a good many miles before I get tired though. Like when we walk like the boardwalk and shit, like we were.
That's because you're not fat. You're just like
I'm 280 pounds. I'm fat.
I'm big boned.
Ain't no such thing as big bones.
Like I make fire.
I'm a cool man.
I make fire like that.
What? I don't even know what accent that was.
I don't know.
That was a mix between like retard and like Mexican. I need fire. Big bone. Stop. I need a teepee for my bunghole.
You have teepee for my bunghole.
Oh my god, I miss this.
I need teepee for my bunghole.
They need to come back
Oh,
out.
that's why I was like, are you threatening me?
Yeah. They need to come with Beavis and Butthead and
my bunghole. The streets of the buttons and I believe this.
Okay, so Aaron Yee's in-house. Thanks for stopping by, Aaron. He says
Thanks, Aaron. What's up?
he's talking about the Batman One Dark Knight Chapter 2. He's saying there was a stores being allocated is what he heard.
Yep.
And then Creed says the Batman Beyond cover. And then Fet Rancor. Thanks for stopping by, brother. It says, "Sup, super friends. Hope everyone is having a fantastic evening." Absolutely, man.
Thank you all for joining us tonight.
I just saw a bunch of Batman stuff up at Ollie's for $2.99. like a whole bunch of it.
I know. That's because you keep going to the 10 for $5.
No. This was the graphic novels. Like there was a whole bunch of new ones there that was like $2.99.
The graphic novel.
Yeah. There was like a whole bunch of different ones like that I haven't seen up there yet. We just went up there today. It had a price tag of $2.99 on them. I was like, holy crap! Like, why do they sell them so cheap?
Oh my goodness, there's so much. Like,
Yeah.
just so much.
Oh, that one I picked up today is freaking awesome, by the way.
I was going to say, I want to seize the Superman Batman's World Finest slap covers for cheap right now. Pick them up.
Okay.
They're like these 1 in 25s.
Is there anything that we should like be on the lookout for? Like if we happen to go into like our discount store and they got like a book there that's like super cheap. Because I feel like they get some like gems on there that like they just didn't sell at like a major retailer and then it just ended up there for some reason.
It all depends what you're talking about. If you're talking about old stuff or new stuff, I'm not sure which. But if you're talking about the new stuff that came out was definitely that Batman One Dark Knight issue number 2. I would say any cover. Shorter's on cover A. It looks like everybody's talking about cover A for some freaking reason.
Yeah, because I still saw some cover Bs on eBay really cheap.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at the interiors. It looks like there's a new character that everybody's picking on. Like this kid. I don't even know if he has the name right now. He suspiciously.
I haven't read it yet.
Yeah, he suspiciously looks like the kid from what's the name of that show? Not the show. The Black, which was an indie joint that just got picked up again, or is getting adapted into a movie or something like that.
Got picked up again.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure what the story with it, what it is. I know it got picked up at one point, and now they're moving forward with the script right now. So, I mean, I don't understand what the problem is. It's not as difficult as a script with cows macking on ladies and tentacles falling out the sky, fucking trying to rape women or anything like that. But it is what it is. Let's see.
Anyone who wasn't able to score the Long Halloween IMAX at the movie theaters, check your Walmarts.
Really?
Yeah, they're in Walmart packs.
That's how disappointing is that? You're thinking you're
Yeah,
going to go to
I was
AMC.
like, what the fuck, man?
Let's see. Fat Ranker says, "Hey, Batman is cheap now. I have a feeling DC will get its act together." And then he's also saying, if you can find Punchline. Punchline was like Batman number 89. I believe that was her first appearance or something like that.
Batman 89 had 3 prints. Her origin is in the Joker 80th anniversary special. And then her first fight with Harley Quinn is in Batman 93.
Yeah. And then Creed says, yep, he has confirmed that he got his from Walmart.
Yeah, man, it's so disappointing, man, because I got the popcorn bucket, and I did not get the comic from the movie theater because mine were out of them at the time.
Oh, you got Jessica Jones.
Yeah, it looked pretty sweet. And I was like, $4.99, I think I'll pick that up.
Yeah, because Jessica Jones, like, look at her. She's
What is it?
Jessica Jones.
Oh,
What are you
Elias.
picking up for $4.99 there, manager?
And this one right here, I picked this up today. It was only $4.99.
I don't know what I flipped to.
I was like, I like the artwork. I'm going to buy this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was that's David Mack. David Mack watercolor alias. Is that which issue is that?
It is. I don't freaking know.
Actually, those Alias and Jessica Jones books, man, good pickups.
Volume 4, it says.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I mean, with Daredevil and
Jessica Jones.
Okay, so this is from it's number 22 through 28.
Okay, so it's like a graphic novel.
Yeah, it's the ending of that run.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like a trade paperback situation.
Yeah.
Almost.
Okay. Yeah, the so see, Daredevil's made it to the MCU. I don't know who else is supposed to make it to the MCU.
Jessica Jones, Punisher.
But I mean, have they been confirmed that they're going to the
Jessica
MCU?
Jones has been confirmed. The Punisher should be getting confirmed sometime soon.
We like the Punisher. Punisher's good.
Well, let's see. What teams has Jessica Jones been on? Because I know in the comics that she's kind of like a
Jessica
best friend
Jones is on
of.
the New Avengers, and she was also in the Defenders series from 2016. That comic they put out right after the show came out.
Let's see. Hold up.
Was it? You say Defenders? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I want to go do this.
What about A-Force?
No, she wasn't on A-Force.
Really? That's crazy. Because that looks like what they're setting it up for. An all
Explicit.
female.
I don't know. That's why I
all
said that.
female force.
Does that mean there's like boobies in there?
Yeah, like and Jessica Jones is like a private investigator chick. Like she fucking does all this badass stuff.
Her claim to fame is that in Alias #1, she met Luke Cage, and they made Mad Monkey Love.
You call that making love?
Yes, I do, sir. Yes, I
It should
do.
be.
Oh, you got like Thor, Iron Man, everybody in there.
Yeah, you got everybody. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
I had to
okay.
give that.
Man, she actually worked at the Daily Bugle?
Why is Thor trying to beat her ass? Does anybody know why Thor is trying to beat her ass in this book?
he really is trying to beat her ass like that.
I think it's because she was possessed by the purple man.
That would make sense. Especially, is that her in that outfit that you had in the middle there?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the jewel outfit.
Then she would have been, she would have been possessed by the purple man at that point.
Yep.
She said,
Such a great story. Some of Bendis' best work.
Like,
I think
why?
his Alias
He's the guy to
and
bet
his
on.
some of his best stuff over at Marvel.
Like, when I think about, you have your whole like Marvel and DC and all that shit. Like,
Yeah.
what if they made it with all the all the cuss words in it? Like, how amazing would that
Like
be?
made it for actual adults.
Yeah, like
That's
they're
what
like,
that book was.
they're like, fuck this. You know, like they're just like over
Well,
there
see,
cussing.
the Batman that I was scrolling through, the one that had the Joker's face on it, like it had curse words in it, and it had like some boobies in there and some all sorts.
Well,
of
I mean,
stuff.
I understand Batman, but I'm talking about like
Because
Thor,
it had
Captain
it had the
America,
explicit
or
content
anybody
thing on there too. I was like,
just the
let's see. When
explicit-
I think of comic books though, and I think of like Batman, I think of like, shucks, Robin, let's go to the Batmobile, like, you know.
All right, so that means you have to find a copy of Batman Damned #1. And you have to watch him pull out the bat penis.
the bat penis.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, see, I think of like old school, like sanitized, like what I watched on television as a child, instead of like this whole like Arkham and everything like in the video games that it follows and shit like that. Because I noticed when in the video games, like even the storylines on those are dark as shit and like more mature rated, and like it's pretty sweet.
Oh yeah, but like I don't know. I just can't get over Leto. Like he just blows my mind.
Why? Because you think he's hot?
No, he's never been hot. He's just
Wait,
like
who's been hot?
he's such a
brings
jack.
it-
Jack.
Isn't he in a new Marvel movie that's coming up?
Morbius,
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
which is this weekend,
Yeah,
I think.
we were just talking about that.
Yeah.
You were like, isn't that Leto? And I was like, yeah. Like,
Yeah, but I wonder sometimes because like they have these characters that'll be something in one film, and then like fans are going to get attached and know them as that one character, but then like they have this whole other universe and whole other character over here that they're jumping to,
well,
and it's like
that's why we were talking whenever we were talking about Green Lantern.
yeah, and now he's fucking Deadpool.
Yeah,
like,
you can't just undo.
like I
Deadpool.
can't unsee him as Green Lantern though.
Really? He wasn't that good as Green Lantern.
I was
That's
like,
why I
that's
can't
terrible.
unsee it. It was
You know
so
what the
bad.
best thing about that movie was that Ryan Reynolds met Blake Lively, and that was about it.
Yeah, that was the worst fucking movie ever.
I'm wait, you really can't not remember.
It wasn't Catwoman bad, but it was still pretty bad.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah, it
remember.
was. It was bad.
It sucked so bad.
Oh yeah, I mean that would be like if Ben Affleck tried to make another movie. I'd be like, "You're just Daredevil and you suck ass. Like just shut up with your Daredevil ass."
I know there's still this rumor that Ben Affleck would be making a cameo in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness as Daredevil.
Yeah.
What's the new fucking movie that that our Lord and Savior fucking shit? I forgot
Passion of the
him.
Christ Part 2?
No, fuck him.
Who's Lord and Savior?
Passion of the Christ.
No, the dude.
What's this about Christ?
What's his name?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Oh my God! Did
So-
you guys
Why don't
see
we
the?
celebrate the day where he gives out chocolate bunnies to the kids?
You see,
Nicolas Cage has a new movie coming out. That's our Lord and Savior, Nicolas Cage.
fucking Nicolas Cage has this badass movie coming out. I forget what it's called because it's some long ass name. You have to look it up. But the trailer to it is badass because it's Nicolas Cage playing a Nicolas Cage doing Nicolas Cage type shit in the movie. So it's like
Excellent.
But he's
Yes.
like a spy for like the United States, like going and doing shit.
yeah, so he's
As Nicolas Cage.
yeah, like doing Nicolas
The unbearable. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
called the unbearable weight of massive talent.
Yeah.
Cage. It's so fucking like
His
it's
name is
so
pretty wordy for a title.
yeah, and I was like, I just looked at him. I was like, oh, this is gonna be so fucking good because it's like everything like Nicolas Cage. Everybody fucking makes fun of him for everything that he does, and I love him. Like every movie he's been in, I'm like, yes, love every.
The best movie so far that I think he did was that last one we watched where he did not talk at all.
Oh,
He was also pretty good in Kick-Ass.
Willy's
Yeah.
Wonderland.
He's the
Yeah.
voice of one of the Spider-Man and Enter the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, if you guys haven't watched Willy's Wonderland, you have to watch that. That is one badass movie.
It is.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely something that I've suggested people watch. In fact, there's a comic about Willy Wonderland out there.
Is
right
there?
now. It's about, it's it's the prequel. It's about what led up to that.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, I need to get on that. That would be
And
cool.
what's that game that you played that was similar to Willy's Wonderland where it
It
was
was
like
Poppy's Playtime.
Poppy's Playtime? That
Happy
game.
Playtime.
Oh.
What's the other one? Night at Freddy's. That
Five Nights at Freddy's.
It's similar, but there is this giant blue doll and a giant pink doll. One's Huggy Wuggy and the other one's Kissy Missy. They're awful creatures. Like they're shit that they made that so parents would fucking hate it. Like,
Yeah.
people like our age, they made that just to creep us the fuck out. And
100%.
our kids be like, yeah, mom, this is awesome. Let's watch this. No. Let's play this game. I played it, obviously, but not for me.
Played it, beat it, hated it.
Is that annoying?
No, I don't hate it. Like I love it. It was a cool game, but it's called.
I didn't like it.
It's
I didn't
called
like that
Poppy's
part.
Playtime.
I didn't like the part where you had to get the hands around all the freaking things and then like activate the thing. You know what I mean?
It is
Like the electrical part, I hated it. Yeah, it was easy after 2 hours if you're trying to figure it out.
As just what gamers do.
So
Sweet.
the solicit for the unbearable weight of massive talent, where Nicolas Cage plays Nicolas Cage. It says it's about a cash-strapped Nicolas Cage who agrees to make a paid appearance at a billionaire's super fan's birthday party, but is really an informant for the CIA since billionaire fan is drug kingpin and gets cast in the Tarantino movie. Kind of sounds like
That's
the
awesome.
yeah, it kind of
I know.
sounds like the solicit for Scumbag. Scumbag is an interesting one that not a lot of people are paying attention to. Scumbag is about a drug addict who finds a bag, and that whatever's in that freaking bag turns him into. He gets basically recruited as a CIA super spy or some shit
Oh, shit.
at the end of it.
I know the first issue was pretty hot, and then it pretty much died off.
Yeah. Because you get once again, you can't freaking just have a whole bunch of incentives like 150s and 100s and everything, and then it came out like around the same time that Berserker did, so there was just too much distraction for it to come out. It just came out at the wrong
Berserker
time.
was the darling of the whole little group.
Fet Ranker is saying, hey, Also, a movie that he recommends seeing is Brightburn. It's about a young Ken who is like Superman but breaks bad.
Cool. Check it out.
It
Thanks,
is
man.
it is pretty interesting. Better than that is the sequel to it called Mortals, which is about Thor, but Thor goes crazy.
Oh,
So I recommend you see that one. That one's even better than that one. Um, then he's also saying, I don't know why does this. Okay, Disney not using John Bernthal while he's still able to play Punisher would be a missed opportunity.
No, I think that's definitely happening. You know, not gonna spoil it, but Moon Knight's off to a great start, and there was rumors of a cameo, and I think that may be towards the end of this Moon Knight series.
Yeah, I think he did. I think Hollywood owes that to him, man. Because after what they did to him in Walking Dead, man, they
He's been talking that he'd like to come back as the Punisher too. So,
but why? I mean, I guess he's doing better than anybody else could at it right now. A little bit more believable.
you know who I think needs redemption in Hollywood? Johnny fucking Depp. He got shat on so much over all this whole wife controversy bullshit.
Well, that's why he got kicked off Fantastic.
I know.
Like,
That's what I'm saying. But when it came out in the courts, they said that like she was the actual abuser and shit. And like,
I mean, honestly, I think because I know they're working on number 3. It's Fantastic Beasts something or on the long. I think it's like Dumbledore's story. I don't fucking know what it is, but it's some Harry
if anyone
Potter.
wants to see a really cool Johnny Depp movie, check out Yoga Hosers.
What?
never heard of that one.
No, freaking Adams. He's just trying to pump his. Adams probably got like 20 copies of Yoga Hosers.
I'm just a Kevin Smith mark, and I never made any secrets or bones about it.
So it's about these 2 young girls who work at a 7-Eleven. And I think it's like
a convenience store. Get it right, yo. Any convenience store. Go
like
on.
I said, a 7-Eleven, and it's like during the middle of a zombie apocalypse. I believe that's what breaks off or some shit.
It's called
like
the
that.
Yahtzees.
Yeah.
The Yahtzees are these little sausage creatures.
Yeah.
And they're
It's a movie. Yeah, it's a movie that only Kevin Smith could.
Kevin Smith is the
He's
greatest filmmaker of all time.
Wait,
Recognize it, yo.
Did you say sausage?
I said, yeah.
Sausages come to life.
Yeah, they're called snazzies.
So where has this movie been?
It sounds like that fucking
How old is this?
Seth Rogen movie where they're like hot dogs come to life.
2016.
What the hell was that movie that we watched? The supermarket thing where the hot dogs came to
Bitch,
life.
that was it's called Supermarket or Superstore or something like that.
I don't know. That's fucking hilarious.
Sausage Party.
Yeah, sausage. That's what
That's a
Seth
great
Rogen
movie.
is a fucking genius.
They just don't have funny movies like that anymore. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
They have a whole series that was on.
I mean, it's a pretty fucking offensive. Like it's
That-
like a
that-
really fucking.
like that Netflix
But it's
series.
food. It's food.
Oh, it's
food.
shit.
It's food. It's just food doing food. It's like
Okay, you doing food. Like,
hey, it's not their fault if you're sexualizing food and fantasizing about what the food is
it's
doing.
not the food's fault. Okay.
Yeah, it was not the food fault.
Why you
The hot
sexual?
dog really does go in the butt. So
Yeah,
if you're
yeah,
fantasizing
yeah.
that it's something else, hey, that's on you. Donuts get dipped in coffee.
That's what it was.
Donuts get dipped in coffee, and they do get glazed every once in a while.
Cheers, your friend.
So, but if you're fantasizing about what that means, that's on you.
Glizzy grab. Is that what you are? The glizzy grabber?
The glizzy wrapper. Yeah.
Do you glaze the glizzies as well?
No, the glizzies don't get a glizzy doesn't get glazed.
Are you sure you can't glaze a glizzy?
I'm sure I can't glaze glizzy.
Are you positive? Are you positive?
I'm positive you can't glaze a glizzy. Like, what would you glaze a glizzy with?
Glizzy glaze.
I mean, you could glaze a glizzy with glizzy glaze. What?
How many glizzies would you glaze with glizzy glaze if glizzy glaze could glaze glizzies?
No, if glizzy.
Say that 10,000
I mean, what?
Excuse me, Lucas.
Yes, sir.
Can you show that Spider-Gwen image I had Al prepare for you?
Sure.
It's the Momoko.
As soon as I can get over here. Let's see.
All right.
Da, 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 da.
Do, do,
You
do.
said it's Spider-Gwen?
Yeah.
The Momoko? All right.
Yep.
Let's see.
So I want to say that I believe this is sold out at the source, and people can Google who the source is. But
Says Gwen Stacy.
yeah, this is a Edge of Spider-Verse facsimile Peach Momoko variant. This is done by Frankie's. And if you're a Momoko fan and you're a Spider-Gwen fan, you just need this in your life.
Eh.
I like that one.
The pink thing.
And
Face
maybe
is
I had
off,
that,
though.
but they put a Kirkham in there as well.
Uh,
But Spider-Gwen is amazing. And Blake Blossom is going to make an amazing Spider-Gwen in Spidey Pool Triple X, which is coming out soon by Axel Braun. And it's amazing that, Axel Braun and Adult Entertainment is done what Hollywood hasn't done yet. Live action Spider-Gwen. How can we get any, man?
yeah, but no.
Guess we're going to have it
The
again.
fire hasn't. The fire hasn't caught on for Spider-Gwen right now. Nobody.
It's
nobody
going
cares
to.
about-
It's going to, man.
They just changed.
So Adam, how many porno versions of superhero movies are there?
There's lots.
He's like
All of
smiling.
them.
I know
All of them. There hasn't been a Kamala Khan yet, but I would suspect that after the movie comes out.
I actually was pitching that to someone just the other day, actually.
Would you stop freaking pitching woo to all these young girls, man? Freaking, you don't have to make a porn about everything. Hey there, little girl. Freaking, you want to do a porno with me? No, man. You ain't got to do
That's
it.
crazy.
Hey, you kind of.
And I'm gonna be your test manager. You gotta pitch it off. Man. Shit, you gotta leave them young girls alone, man. Compensation. Well, we'll have to talk about compensation after your test. If we can get you on this casting chair.
That's just rude.
What the fuck?
Adam, we need to do a test scene of your pegging moment.
Okay.
Jesus.
We'll talk about it behind the scenes.
Did we lock that down yet? Hashtag Adam gets paid or freaking AdamGetsPaid.com or something like that.
I'm going to be reaching out to a certain few people here shortly to see if we can make it happen for under shit ton of money.
He said under a shit ton of money. Not a shit ton, under a shit ton of money. From under and below, that's the budget we're going for.
These girls think their fake dicks are made of gold and they don't want to fucking do it. So I'm just saying, if there's any sexy women out there watching who wants to peg Adam, we are open to suggestions.
See,
but
you're doing it in the. You're doing it to people that are already in the industry.
This character, Adam has a legitimate list of I need you to cosplay as this character, this one, this one, this.
I didn't say there weren't things that work as he done. Why getting pegged? And Autumn, you read the little scenario I wrote.
What about if we do it as we dress one up as a furry from the movie Cats, and then we give them
the movie
terrifying yet sexy. I see what you're going for there.
Yeah, and then you get pegged by a furry.
Fed Ranker says Adam's so dirty,
I
but
guess
that's what
that
makes
would
him
work.
Blind man gets pegged by a furry is the
I
best.
still like the Spider-Gwen and ice cream cake scenario, but I guess that would work.
Exactly.
That is a title. That is a title that will get you so many views on Pornhub. I'm just saying.
All right, what's the title gonna be?
Blind man gets fucked by furry. That's all you whenever you.
All right, let's do it then.
The thing is, Pornhub.
We'll have the manager reach out to the parties
It's like you have to make it a wish item.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. You have to name your porno like a wish item. Like, black girl gets fucked in the ass by a white guy with a transsexual dick on top of a lesbian while getting pissed on.
And writing in
Hashtag. Jesus.
Yeah. Like hashtag big boob pretty
So,
tattooed.
Like you put like hashtag big dick in there, even if they don't have a big dick. Like you just still put it in there just because
Yeah.
It'll show up better in the algorithm. You can have a 3-inch penis and you put big dick in there and it'll show up.
So excuse me, Manager Freddy 5.
You're gonna get some comments about it though.
You know
Look, you commenting about me. That ain't no 6-inch motherfucker. Shut up.
the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna reach out to the party I was interested in behind the scenes. Let's see what she says, and we'll report back next week on our progress. And we'll put up the website, and we're gonna make this happen.
I feel like we just need to make a splash page website where people can apply for this position, and then they send you a photo of who they are, and then you just go through and sort through them. Like,
no, make them fuck a picture. Make you like 3-minute clip. And they're like doing various shit, like moan into the camera for 2 minutes.
Yeah, don't do 3 minutes, man, because they're gonna look. You don't want to do 3 minutes because look, they're gonna get 30 seconds in. They're gonna give it everything they got. They're gonna go, shit. I only had 30 seconds on me. What else can I do? And then they're gonna fucking start going to the kitchen, just start pulling out all types of random shit. So you don't want to be.
Well, that's the best part because then that could be behind the scenes making of taking of that.
Yeah, like his audition tapes. Like they're gonna send you fucking
the lost tapes pegging edition.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Of them just being.
I do have someone. I know someone in mind. Mia Ramira.
Well, you can't just have one person. Wait,
Listen. I don't know if you, Adam. I don't think your asshole is ready for her. Like,
I think it is.
Well,
she will rip you to your ball sack.
Well,
she's a spicy little.
She can make me her bitch, and it would be fun.
Well, hold on.
Sure, make you her bitch.
Adam, have you? Because what I know is that certain people, what they do is they work their way on up, so they get the little thing, and then they work their way on up. Have you been?
We're gonna get
No, this is gonna be straight out first time all the way.
Nah, nobody wants to see that.
You can't get a raw dog in it, dude. That's gonna hurt.
Listen,
it's not gonna hurt.
He's got to get training from a stripper or a fucking porn star or somebody that he knows. Not me. I'm not going to give you anal training, but I mean.
All right, so if Mira Ramirez is listening tonight, we'll make the offer to her because, it will be awesome and amazing. We'll make it happen.
Messaging her right now.
And we can even make it happen in Exotica in a couple of weeks.
She would do it. I don't know. She's the spicy thing.
If this is going down, we're making we're going to make a 1-day trip to Chicago to film.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, she might
Here's
be
a question from one of the listeners. Have any of
y'all
y'all
send me
going?
a link to come on for 5 minutes. I'll make the offer right here, right now, live with the color, if you will.
Yep, hold on. Has anybody going to AVN in here?
I am.
You have,
2023.
Spit Ranker says Spit Ranker says, hey, I do live in Vegas. Speaking of, I have a feeling that someone has gone to AVN in here. And he finds it so funny that the organizers of AVN plans their stuff right after CES, which is a nerd fest.
Yep.
I don't know. Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's a thing. It's always after CES.
Yep. It's always been that way forever.
Huh.
CES, in my opinion, would be way cooler than AVN because nothing competes with Exotica. Just saying.
Now, Exotica is a shit.
You would think that maybe you would do CES before AVN, right? Well, I mean, because can anybody just go to AVN? I don't.
Yeah, it's only like a $60 to $80 ticket.
Oh.
Yeah, so like
and maybe I'm mistaken.
Yes, before that, then you would have everybody there that is also like a horny nerd.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you should have
Right?
CES. Didn't
And
you
they
hear
go
about AVN? Oh, AVN's next week. Well, hold on, let me stay. No.
Yeah, they're staying. They're staying also to go to AVN because they went to see Yes, and they're just like a horny fucking nerd.
Yeah, like
that wants
after
to
they
see some titties.
after they masturbate to Elon Musk on stage, they're gonna wait a couple of days and then go into fucking AVN.
Yeah. But like
Because
whole
there's
time also like money. Also money.
Well, see, I feel like
That's the whole thing.
like these tech guys always go to these adult shows because they know that the future of their tech is going to depend on how well it does in the adult industry first.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not wrong. That's like
Because the internet did not pop off until people started putting fucking porn on it. I'm sorry. Like porn made the internet, porn made OnlyFans.
Yeah, and what's the first thing?
Porn made DVD, porn made VHS.
The home movies, like
porn also is gonna be the biggest thing.
VR.
And this VR.
VR
like,
is gonna pop off, like the pornoverse, like
yeah,
the porno metaverse,
like what's the first thing people are gonna do whenever they go into the metaverse? What's the first thing that they're gonna do?
They want one of those suits that they pop on and have sex with people. That's what they want.
Or they're gonna wanna change the way their body looks. Make themselves look like something that they're not, and go try to get things that they can't have, which is gonna be like fucking hot ass women. So what's the first thing they're gonna do? Try to meet people, try to fuck them in fake life, because they're gonna try to do stuff they can't do in the real fucking life. So it's all gonna be the same, like
because yeah, that definitely. And you know what's gonna happen then is that real pussy is gonna come at a premium. Everybody and their mama is gonna be on that digital shit, right? And it's like, well, if you really want to meet up, you gotta really pay some real money on that one. You know what I mean?
Money.
We can meet up in metaverse. Like, can you imagine? Like, you want to meet on the metaverse?
Yeah.
Like, no. Can we just go get some coffee? Like, I don't.
Yeah, but see, by that time, like, we're gonna have these fucking machines like they have in the Jetsons, where like Rosie the robot's gonna pop out the fucking wall, bring you a coffee while you're in the metaverse. You're just gonna be sipping on your fucking latte while you're conversing with somebody who's like here in like fucking Paris Cafe, and they have the same thing as you.
Wah, wee, fuck you.
But my thing is that, I don't understand how. Whenever I think about it, it's like, how am I going to distinguish? Like, you might see your hands, but like you're still holding a coffee in the real world. So like, I would still be able to feel my hands. Like, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't.
Well, that's the point. You're supposed to be able to. Eventually, what they want to do is be able to map out like shit that's actually in front of you, but they want to put you in a different setting. So basically, like, you can be sitting in a fucking like just plain ass white room with a fucking coffee in front of you and a table, but your surrounding is like.
Okay, but I'm gonna be in the metaverse eating, but not actually eating.
No. Like, you'd really be eating, but you'd be eating in a different area. Like.
Yeah, but you would still be in that. Okay, now I'm just.
But but no, like when I was watching this shit, like that's what they were saying. Like eventually they want to make it to the point where like you go to a place to have an experience where you'd be like, oh, this is on the menu, so you want to go out and eat. Like you're just gonna sit down at a weird table that's like nothing around you. You put on goggles. You order the food. They give you what you ordered from that location that's like across the fucking world, and you're sitting down eating in that location and cannot differentiate it.
Right.
Yeah.
So they do the sensory like places where they're like, come in, we have a prefix menu, we're gonna serve you, and you don't see shit. And they say that like, you can taste the food better and stuff because your senses are dull.
Oh, because you're in the dark.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So one of the most amazing things, like I forget which one I had. It wasn't the Oculus. It was one of the VR goggles I had, right? And when you put it on, there was a layout of your living room, right? Not my living room, but like a beautiful fucking living room, and I could watch Netflix on the TV, this huge ass TV that was in like this metaverse fucking living room, right? Amazing shit, right? So I could already see people going to get trapped up in that shit, and they're gonna love that fucking life, man. So Imagine you put your little VR goggles on, and then you put your little food out. Your food is just like looks like fucking oatmeal. Just looks like regular fucking oatmeal. You get your little fucking water bottle and everything, but the flavors of that food and the flavors of that water are totally different. So you got your VR goggles, and when you're eating, it looks like a fucking steak inside the VR joint. Your fucking water bottle looks like a fucking glass of fucking wine. Right?
Okay, but what I'm saying is whenever you go to put the food in your mouth, like, and you chew it, well, you're not is there not going to be a part of your brain that goes, oh, this is oatmeal, not a steak?
Yeah. So actually, they've already done the studies on that, and they said you don't believe necessarily everything, all the senses. You believe what you smell and what you see.
Yeah.
So as long as you see a steak, you believe you're eating a steak. If you smell, if somebody brings it to you and you smell that, that's what you believe you're getting ready to freaking eat. Doesn't matter.
Trick, like the trick that I do with the kids, where I make fish nuggets and I tell them it's chicken. They sit down and eat it and say that was really good chicken, and then afterwards I say you just ate fish and you said you didn't like fish, and they couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah.
You believe what is perceived. Like when they say, like when we were in the restaurants, they said if you have a plate that looks like shit, people are going to have a bad experience because 90% of your experience when you go to that said restaurant is the presentation of the food.
Yes, sir.
And then how it smells.
Because here's an interesting fact. Like 3 minutes after you start eating, especially when it comes to hot food, you are no longer actually tasting the food.
Yeah.
Because you've burned off some of those tongue your tongue buds and everything, the stuff, right? You've worn it out. So basically all you're doing is your tongue is feeling for texture, right? First three or six bites, you actually do get the taste. After that, it's texture. Then after that, if you're still eating after 6 minutes, now you're fucking looking around at where you're fucking eating. And you say, oh, either this is a great freaking place, nice place, or this is a shitty place.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's also why, like they always say, your food.
Point, you're asking for another drink.
Yeah.
That's why at a freaking like a high cuisine restaurant, those bites are so small.
Yeah,
right?
because your first taste of the food is what you're going to remember. It's not because the food always tastes better as soon as you get it.
Yeah.
But that's also goes to what he said, because going back to the taste bud thing, it's what we were taught in the classes in culinary.
My thing, it would be the texture. Like I would know whether or not I'm chewing on a freaking piece of meat.
But what I'm saying is like with the flavoring though, what they taught us in school is like your palate gets confused after a while because you have so many flavors going in your mouth. So like you took a piece of steak, you ate it, it was delicious, but then you took mashed potatoes, so that's also on your tongue. Now you got this like green beans, and then you got this corn or whatever. Like all those flavors are then mixed in your mouth. Your taste buds are going crazy, so they just kind of stop working after a while. And then to get them reactivated, you need a palate cleanser, and then you can retaste your food after that. But normally, if it's not hot, your food's going to taste like shit because all of those flavors are activated by heat because of the molecules like heating up. It actually makes it taste better.
Yeah, I understand. Like I think it would just be how it feels.
I think we should change this over from freaking awesome sauce to freaking the food channel. I'm always down to talk about food.
Yeah, I'll talk about food all the time. I love food.
You know,
I love cooking it. I love eating it. I love looking at it. I love watching shows about it.
Like I'm just
I like watching Gordon Ramsay call people donkeys.
We need to get back to exotica and
you fucking wanker. This is not the right way to cook.
You fucking donkey, you messed it up.
Yeah.
And if you get food and porn in it, I'm definitely in. I'm freaking
excellent.
I mean, Autumn's wet dream is to have like Gordon Ramsay just come up in their ear and fucking scream at her for not making food correctly.
Like I wonder if he's on. Like he's probably on Cameo.
He is on Cameo. Would you like me to get you a cameo?
Of him just yelling at me.
What? Just on curiosity, what does he charge for a cameo?
Literally degrading.
I think it was like $200 or something like that.
Actually, you know what you could do?
Like,
You know what you could do? He is on TikTok. And what he has been doing is there have been people who have been taking his recipes
Yeah, I saw that.
and doing it. And then, you just show yourself cooking one of his recipes. And then he has been commenting on whether you've been able to do it correctly or not.
Yeah.
And he will tell you straight off if you fucked it up.
That's
He will
amazing.
straight up tell you.
Like an asshole where it's like, he's like, what the fuck are you doing? This looks like fake stuff.
He's like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
I mean,
all right, big girl. Hey,
really just make it bad.
Yeah.
We'll intentionally like make it
No,
trashy.
you'll make it intentionally bad. I'll make it intentionally professional
Well, yeah, that's
because I can't make bad food. It's impossible.
I just said the three of us should do together.
I think that's a good idea. We should have a show. We should have a show where we do a cook-off.
We can do that.
I'm down. I'm down.
I'm gonna fuck that. I'm gonna fuck it up royally, but I'm down.
Well, that's gonna be the funny part.
He's like, all right, we're gonna freaking try this new steak empagnon, and then in the meantime, you see Adam fucking cooking ramen noodles and shit. Yeah, man, this steak is gonna be freaking awesome.
Hey man, I know how to cook ramens real well,
Hey,
man.
I will cook the shit out of some ramen noodles, man. My wife is still fucking weirded out that I take it out of the fucking packet and I put it like in an actual, like a freaking pot and pan.
I'm not the only one.
Strainers and shit.
Awesome sauce.
yeah.
I thought I was the only one who did that.
I make my ramen. I put in some nice slices of pork. I have some nice, toppings on there. I have some sliced egg.
He does like straight up. Like,
Mine looks like Japanese fucking ramen when I'm done.
it's good as shit too.
Vet Rancor says, simply put, sex sells. I think that was in relation to what we were talking about earlier when it comes to technology and everything.
Yeah.
Sex sells, but food, man, I'm telling you, food.
Both.
That's what I'm gonna start. That's what I'm gonna start pushing now on this show, man. Freaking food.
Why they
man.
did that
Different
Carl's
types of food.
Jr. shit with the hot bitches fucking eating the burgers and having the sauce drip down on their tits? Like,
Yeah.
they had the right marketing.
Well, yeah.
I think maybe the only thing is I know y'all work hard on the weekends trying to get that skrilla, man. But man, a weekend food show where we fucking, I don't know, either you go out to a fast food joint and fucking get the newest fast food shit, or you fucking just cook at home, cook some crazy shit at home. Shit.
Yeah.
We should do hacks. That shit's amazing.
No, we should just go order from secret menus.
That's what I mean. The fast food hacks where it's like, I want like a fish on my chicken on top of my burger with some nuggets.
You know what sucks? I'm not going to be able to get it to June when I'm out for Amazing Las Vegas Comic Con. But I'm craving some In-N-Out right now.
Yeah, Adam, if you ever go, I'm assuming you guys have Taco Bells nearby your houses, right?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go there and ask for the Hulk.
The Hulk.
The Hulk?
The Hulk. You end up getting this huge, like, guacamole filled, like, freaking big ass burrito with everything in it. And they wrap it, like, you know how normally you got a burrito, they have like one burrito shell? They attach 3 to this motherfucker and throw everything that they have in there.
So it's 3 flat tortillas that they stack on
tortillas straight out. They fill it with everything they have and a bunch of guacamole, roll that fucking shit up, and then
so it's the bitches like
it's like the fucking Hulk. It's huge.
Sounds like you're gonna spend all day or at least half your fucking weekend on the toilet after that bad boy.
I feel sorry for the tiny bull man after that.
Yeah, like they put chicken, they put the refried beans, they put the black beans, they put the steak, they put the burger, and then they put like their nacho cheese in it and the rice and like all that shit.
That's a lot.
Literally everything.
Lettuce, tomato,
guacamole, sour cream, like all of it.
That's a lot of shit.
But you know why it works? Because every fucking thing in a goddamn Mexican restaurant, you can mix it all together and it tastes the same.
That's because it is the same. It's literally, do you want a tortilla shaped this way? Do you want to cut it up and make it into chips?
Or it's like, do you want your chicken flavored like this? Or do you want your steak flavored like the same thing the chicken is? Or do you want your beef the same flavor as the chicken and steak? Like,
exactly. It's all the same.
Well,
Tortilla, cheese, lettuce.
yeah, the only thing about Taco Bell is that they got that weird beef stuff. Mexicans,
Yeah, I don't like
they
their
don't
beef.
have that beef. They don't fuck with that beef. And
Yeah, I don't
they'll
like.
fuck
I
with
always
it.
get chicken. Like when I
Yeah.
get
You
a
know what I'm
chance.
thinking? The poor tiny ball man's dealings after we put him through that torture.
The Taco Bell, they just started fucking with real meat, like real beef meat, right?
Yeah,
And because it was a part of this whole thing, they brought in like this Mexican chef, and she was all up in the commercials, and then they had the meat beef, the beef in there, and then it was successful. They stuck with it, and we haven't heard from the bitch since.
Yeah.
like that was it.
Like that's the thing. Like at
No.
Taco Bell, if the option to get chicken was there, like I'm getting chicken.
well,
I'm
see,
not
the thing
getting
is, like, if
fucking-
they want to be an actual fucking Mexican restaurant, they need to put some pork in their shit.
True. Pork is a big yeah.
Yeah, pork isn't kosher.
You know what? Yeah, I don't. I'm trying to remember.
Pork
like,
isn't kosher, man.
I don't. Yeah. Oh no! You know what? Yeah, they don't eat that much pork. But however, like the morning shit, like the chicharrones.
Yeah.
Yeah. They eat that's pork, and they eat. So it's more for like the morning time. Like after that, it's just either chicken or beef.
Still not
Yeah, but
kosher.
that's what I'm saying. Like in the morning, I'd like to have that instead of a fucking like taco shell with stuff
Yeah,
with
they
fucking
don't have
potatoes
to-
and eggs.
Yeah.
Like that ain't Mexican.
Well, I mean, I guess their pork would be considered like bacon. Like they use bacon and fucking chicken.
No, they have shaved. Like from the shit that I saw on the street food stuff, it's like shaved pork.
Whatever. I like all of it.
I don't know. I want some shrimp tacos though. Like, love me some shrimp tacos.
Of course you do.
Let's see.
Are you gonna talk about a pun? Little shrimpy.
Yeah. I was like, why are you talking about shrimp tacos?
Shrimp taco. Uh-huh.
Those
So,
smell-
Aaron, one of the books that's on FOC this week that I'm looking right now is called Quest Aside, #1. This one's a 1 in 100. It's a skeleton that's cooking. for some
That's
fucking reason.
awesome.
He's very
And
cool.
one of the things that it's cooking is I don't know if it's a rat or if it's I don't know what the fuck type of animal. It's
a
got these
beaver.
very large. Yeah, maybe a beaver.
Possum, maybe?
With his
Nah,
big teeth.
it's brown.
It has 2 long teeth in the front.
Is it
I
Justin
don't want
Bieber?
to fuck with a rat.
Oh, it could be like a rat, it doesn't look like it has a tail.
I live in the one city in the world where rats are going to take over people one day.
Oh, they've already taken it over. They just let y'all be the producers of all the trash and bring it to them, and then they just fucking y'all leave it in the fucking streets, and then they just come out at night and fucking grab it.
that.
The most terrifying thing, have you all ever seen that fucking thing where the rats get connected together by their tails?
Rat
Yeah.
kings.
Yeah, and they like travel in clusters. Oh, it makes my skin crawl. I can't even.
And
Like,
that was a 1 in 100, Lucas.
Yep.
Oh.
mhm. So yeah, there's actually a comic called Rat Kings out there.
Yep.
It's been
Yeah,
around
Rat
for quite a year.
rat kings. Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
But then I buy like the creature that eats rats. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but
have
see,
to deal
the
with
thing-
rats for the
Like
rest
I
of my
said,
life.
like y'all ain't ever seen a fucking rat until you go down to the beach where I lived and seen a rat that's the size of your fucking dog. Like your little dog right there. That's how big that goddamn rat was. That white rat with the red fucking eyes.
That's
Yeah,
like,
so I don't know what's crazier is seeing that because I have seen the ones in New York in the subways in New York, or a bat that's about that size.
Yeah, bats are
So
free.
yeah, the bat, a fucking huge ass bat, and then you fucking scare it. It fucking looks at you real quick, and you see like little fucking beady little eyes glowing in the dark, and then it fucking yawns at you. Go back to sleep. And it stretches out his fucking huge ass fucking wings, and it,
I've seen
and it goes back to
both.
sleep.
and then
And
it's
it's
just
upside
like,
down. It's
Pass
upside
them
down and
both
shit.
of
You're
them,
like,
please.
shit. You know,
Well,
you try to make
that-
yourself look big and look large or big, because you know for real, if it wanted to carry your ass off, it could.
it's like,
Yeah, it's just like upside down. Because so there's these caverns out here in Shenandoah Valley, which you can
Mhm.
go to, and you know, And if you go during some of the cold months, that's sometimes they go in there to fucking hibernate, right?
Mhm.
And they'll just be either like out in the fucking trees or they're fucking inside some of these little crevices inside the fucking caves and shit. And you know, me and my son went out there and we rolled up, and then I'm like, man, what the fuck is that? And then you saw like, and I came up a little bit closer. And I was like, oh, is that like a couple of fucking rats like that hanging on the wall? No, it was a fucking bat, and the fucking bat fucking just turned, looked at me, looked me up and down, and then you're like, oh shit, you're like. In your mind, as a grown ass man, I'm thinking, you know, if I see something that I don't like, I'm gonna fucking take off and run. And no, I was paralyzed, scared, especially when I saw the little beady eyes and shit. I was like, oh shit.
That sounds like the start of a fucking horror movie.
Yeah. And then you know what? Then so what really pissed me off is when it fucking yawned at me. I was like, motherfucker, like he knew what was up. Like he knew I was gonna fuck with him. Just
Could you
stressed out,
imagine?
fucking went back to sleep. Like, oh shit.
There's like 60 more of those bitches just hiding in the cave.
Yeah.
Or
No
Yeah.
thanks.
There's always at least two because you know, when I first moved out here, the house that we were renting, that first fucking night, I was in the bedroom unpacking the shit. My son, who was like 3 at the time, comes up to me and says, "Hey, there's birds in the bathroom." I'm like, "There's birds in the bathroom? What the fuck you talking about?" Right? So then I hear these little chirp sounds. I'm like, "Oh, all right, maybe just they're like up in the roof or something." I go in there and this fucking black thing just flies right past me and goes downstairs. I'm like, "Oh shit, okay." Let me go ahead and open the door. I go and look, and this thing's doing this. That I was like, oh, that's a fucking bat. So let me grab the fucking broom and fucking shoot it out. Fucking open the door. Fucking went out. I went back upstairs. So I was like, let me check out where exactly this fucking thing came from. Went to the bathroom. Another one comes out. Right. I'm like, oh man. So I go back downstairs. I'm fucking trying to shoot it. I was like, man, this thing is taking too long. It's pissing me off. So I fucking hit it real quick. Pow! This shit fucking started screaming. Like you know that like that sonar sound. I was like, oh shit! Hit it again. One
Stop the
time.
bat.
Pow! Swept it out into the fucking backyard and shit. And then as I'm going upstairs, I'm like, I better not tell my wife because my wife is not a country girl. She does not fuck with animals like that. So it was until 10 years later that I told anybody about that. Because I was not, because also got to remember, like the thing that happened was the day before we were at a hotel, and for the first time in her life, she saw a lightning bug, and she freaked the fuck out. She's like, "What is that?" Hell no! Like, because the fucking like little ass fucking just lit up and like lit up right in front of her, just freaked her the fuck out. I was like, you know what? I am not telling her about no bats. I'm gonna just let it go. I hope no, because I let me at least get my month in, you know, before freaking she tells me let's get the fuck on out of here.
That's like when you and I first got together and that big ass fucking cat got in our house.
Yeah, the cat like somehow pushed the door open, went through, and then invited this gigantic ass fucking cat, like huge, like big ass furry long haired cat into my house with it when it returned. Somehow the front door was like blew open. So I have this cat that is just, I know it would just came from the street. Like it was just a cat from a big ass cat from the street. And it like climbed up the crawled up the curtains and was like hanging on the curtains as he's like trying to like we're trying to shoo it out, and it's like running everywhere. And I was just
fucking like got behind our liquor cabinet, started shaking it violently.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah,
like the whole fucking liquor cabinet, like the whole curio cabinet was moving. This cat was like strong as fuck. Like I had a broom.
I was like, go grab it. He's like, are you fucking serious?
The reason
grab some random ass cat with rabies and shit.
I had a broom and was shooing it, and that fucking cat hit that broom with its paw, felt like it fucking punched it, and I just saw like these big ass claw marks in the fucking wood of the handle of the broom, and I was like, I ain't fucking with
so he was a little fighter. Shit.
Yeah, that was not a little fighter. That was a big fighter. That was like a fucking mountain lion, dude. Like, it was crazy. It was ridiculous. Like, it was seriously the size of like one of those little fucking cats that they go hunt up on the mountains there.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Big ass cat. And then I tried to call I literally tried to call animal control at like 3 a.m. and I was like, there's a cat that just came in. Like, what? He's like, I can't help you. I'm sorry. And then basically hung up the phone.
Yeah, it's like we can only come for dogs.
And I was like,
your
You
animal.
tell them it's a baby cougar.
Yeah.
If they come out then.
It fucking looked like it.
yeah, I have a mountain lion in my fucking.
Yeah.
See, we have bobcats.
It happens all the time.
That's what it reminded me of. It reminded me of a fucking bobcat. Like that's how big it was.
Yeah, it might have been. Might have been. People think that wildlife ain't out here, man. Fucking it is, man. Fucking
Yeah.
that same house I was telling y'all about, fucking a fucking bear came in one day. Like it was like
shit.
3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, it was 3 o'clock in the morning. I was getting ready for work. I come down the stairs, and I got one of those it was one of those houses like when you come down the stairs, either your front door's right there, and then you could see down the back of the house to the backyard. And then as I turn around, through the kitchen, I see these two little glowing lights. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Did she leave like some candles on or some shit? Let's get 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not awake yet. I'm awake, but I'm not awake yet. So I go in. I'm like, what, did she leave some fucking candles on or some shit? Or like, I turn on the fucking light. I see nothing but fur, big ass fucking fur, and right by there, just like the wash machine. So this motherfucker is at least bigger than the dishwasher. So I'm like, oh shit! And we turned it. Fucking had to think about my life for a second. Like, oh, what the fuck?
Was it a black bear?
It was either that or a wolf. But
Yeah,
I think it was a black bear because I got another fucking wildlife story. So I was like, all right, let me grab what I got. Fucking had this fucking old ass fucking broken broom that my wife for some reason refuses to throw out, but it was there. So I was like, all right, let me grab this fucking broom handle and shit. Ah! And then the motherfucker was already gone. Doors full open, shit was already fucking gone.
I had a black bear climb up to my deck one year.
Mm-hmm.
And the deck steps.
Yeah.
Raccoons,
tapped on the glass door, looked, and then went away. Thank God.
You know what I absolutely hate those wild raccoons because those motherfuckers are sneaky as hell.
They're just fucking they're everywhere.
Yeah.
They
come in packs of like 8, and they're all fucking huge. And they go through your trash and rip it up, and then look at you and go, "Fuck you! You can't do nothing."
Yeah, they just stare at you.
The animal-proof trash cans.
Yeah.
Yeah, just start spraying it with bleach or whatever you could find.
I started using the animal-proof ones. I've been fine.
I'm sorry, say again?
When we were at the apartment, I sprayed the trash with everything I could imagine, and they still came and ate it.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
They're fucking survivors, man.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I even looked up, like, I bought, like, literally, like, this hot sauce. It was, like, the hottest hot sauce you could get. Put it in a spray bottle and sprayed it on the top and side of the bags because apparently that's supposed to deter them because they don't like spicy shit. Nope, those motherfuckers were out there eating chicken wings like,
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it all depends on, like, some species, like, and especially, like, so for me, like, my wife doesn't understand, like, why it's, like, hot and spicy stuff so much. It's like, I can eat hot and spicy stuff and not be deterred. And like, for some reason, the way it metabolizes in my system, it makes me fucking drunk. Like, I feel myself, like, drunk. It's fucking weird. Right. Hotter it gets, I'm just fucking goofy as fuck because it makes me fucking drunk. Sweaty as hell, too. But
yeah, that's why I like everything. Have you fucking tried I tried the Satan's toe, which is like the hottest.
What the fuck is that?
It's the new porno that she's working on.
It's called no, is it Satan's toe? Yeah, Satan's toe. It's the hottest lollipop in like the world. It's like 8 million or 3 million or 8.
No, it was 8 million Scovilles.
8 million Scovilles. This fucking thing, when I tell you, like, you just can't breathe. Like, it's that fucking hot.
That's what we gotta have on this food thing we're gonna do. You gotta do that. We're gonna
Put
try some hot shit as well.
It was what, 5? Was it a 5-minute?
5-minute challenge, yeah.
I think I
5
made
minutes?
Yeah, I think I made it a minute and a half.
Minute and 45 seconds.
Before, just like your mouth just starts drooling, everything starts swelling, like you can't feel your
Wait,
ears.
where were you doing this? Were you doing this on OnlyFans? That
No,
sounds like
No, I put it on YouTube, but they deleted my YouTube channel.
They deleted that specific video because of
Why did
spam.
you delete that?
The same reason they delete all of our shit:
Spam,
scam, or deceptive content. Just
How's that
basically,
deceptive content?
basically what it is like that's YouTube's way of saying we don't like your content, but don't actually have a reason to remove it, so we're going to use this excuse.
Because that was whenever my YouTube channel was called Porn Stars Try. Like, that's what I wanted to name it. So it was going to be like, me and my friends are going to go try all this hot, spicy shit. Like, we're going to go try all this weird food. Like, I made like 4 videos whenever we were at fucking Exotica in DC. And then they just fucking like deleted the whole channel, or just deleted
They
everything.
deleted all the videos off the channel. Like,
Yeah.
they didn't delete the channel, they just took the videos off.
Yeah.
They left one video up, that was it.
Yeah.
that's craziness, man.
Yeah.
But
Fuck
then
those guys.
also your potty girl video stuff, like the one we did before that, before we called it Potty Girl.
Mm-hmm.
Remember how it was getting like thousands and thousands of views in like a couple days, and then all of a sudden YouTube's like, "Oh no, we can't have this happening."
Oh yeah.
Like,
Those were Adam's favorite videos.
Oh, yeah, I watched those over and over and sending that to friends.
he was probably the
I'm
15th.
like, this is my co-host.
All I know is like we reached 3,000 views in like 2 days on one of them, and I was like, "Holy shit, did we like find it?"
Yeah, because on YouTube, that's just hard. That shit is difficult.
Especially for a new channel, like it
Yeah,
just popped
it was
off.
just like my new channel with like 1 subscriber.
Yeah,
And it just
The
all of a
subscriber was
sudden.
me.
Yeah, it was just Adam
yeah.
watching.
It was-
That's,
I
that's
subscribed to it right away because that's what partners do for one another, man.
Yes.
Yep.
What time is it? Is it time? Yes, it is
It
time
is.
for me to retire, my
All
friend.
right. Well,
all right.
Manager 35.
Perfect
Thank you
timing.
guys for coming on. We will be in touch. And hopefully we can get in touch with Choice A, and we can also reach out to Mia Romero. And maybe
I actually just sent her a message.
What's that?
I just sent her a message on Twitter.
Cool.
So he's already on it.
Excellent. I love you guys. Thank
Love
you
you
for
too.
being a part of the Awesome Sauce Media family. And everyone check out Autumn South on all her platforms. Love you guys.
Love you. See you guys
Yeah.
later.
All right.
Bye.
Food channel. Doing it.
All right, cool.
All right. We're gonna go fast and furious so we can get out of here by 11:30, if not
All right.
sooner. When it comes to these comic stuff, it is kind of a late night, but everybody was having fun, so going on us, right? This is what I did want to ask her about cosplaying. This is Rise of Dracula number whatever. It's a nice and simple cosplay. It's a barely there costume, but she's got some shackles on there.
Nice.
So, and it's got a snake on the background. So not only do you have some S&M play, but you'll have some snake tentacle play at hand right
Nice.
now. All right.
One of these days we have to figure out what we need for a Dynamite in order to get one of those cosplay covers made.
I don't know. Star Wars Visions. They've got some books coming out. This is going to be under the Dark Horse emblem. And the reason why I would push this one is because Star Wars Visions, it wasn't a TV series. It was like a one
Is
shot.
that the animated thing that was on Disney Plus?
Yes, sir. It did have some new characters. So I would say pay attention to that because these would be the first appearances of those characters, unless something else is coming up prior to. I'm not tracking. Fred Rankar says, "Hey, night guys, check on the amazing Comic Con." Adam is, I don't want you to end up in Vegas with no comic as it moved to September.
All right,
So
thank you
apparently,
very
yeah,
much,
there was.
Pitt.
Yeah, so apparently, Amazing Comic Con is moving to September.
All right, cool. I might just go out there in June to visit friends.
Yeah.
If Seth wants to do a trip to Topeka with me, that would be awesome.
Yes, sir. This isn't one that I have up here. Is G.I. Joe, American Hero 1 to 10, This one is standby. I'm trying to get this stuff
They're
together.
coming out with some nice 1-10s for G.I. Joe.
This one is probably the best one that I've seen. It's not over sexualized. It's just like the Joes, right? As if they were a band, like a rock band. They're literally, it's just them like holding instruments and rocking out. This one is called.
If they were going to do that concept, they should have did one with Cold Sliver, which was Koba's rock band.
Mm-hmm. So this one is a 1-10 by Will Mougenot. So that one's out there. There's Star Wars Vision, the hardcover. There's going to be a Power Rangers Unlockable this week. There's going to be another new image, or excuse me, new comic by Image called Bloodstained Teeth #1. It looks pretty good. Looks like it's vampire related, written by Christian Ward.
Nice.
Hellcop has got some more amazing covers. It's like this one that I'm looking at is called Demonopolitan. It's like a homage to the Cosmopolitan covers on there. It's got this lady and she's got these centipedes coming out of her ears or out of her hair and worms and shit. It's crazy.
Interesting.
Robots and Zombies #2. It looks like it's not. This one is not a Mac cover. Let's see who drew this one. It looks pretty good. It looks like David Mack, but it's not.
I have to restock on my ones.
It was Ashley Wood.
It's an Ashley Wood cover. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Alien #12. It's got a great cover A, open order, by Mark Aspinall. It's 4 people, and they've all got the they're not called face huggers or something like that. All in all, absolutely interesting color quality, depth to it, just amazing. And then there's a 1-in-25. It's like the ghost alien. For those that don't know, there's this alien out there that's camouflage and like light goes through it and you can barely see it. Amazing Spider-Man. There's another amazing cover by Baldari. It looks like it's Black Cat in the spider costume.
Ooh, nice.
So I don't know what that means. The solicitor says the best couple in comics is done. You aren't going to believe what's happening in this volume of Amazing Spider-Man. So I don't know if Black Cat and Peter are getting back together or what.
Nice.
And then there's going to be a 1-in-25 by Derek Chu. It's Spider-Man along with the Hobgoblin on it.
Nice.
Of course, Derek Chu is doing an amazing thing. Next one I got is the same one, Amazing Spider-Man #2 by Enyok Lee.
All right.
It's always amazing. And then Ben Reilly Spider-Man #5. There's a Jurgens joint. I forget what the name of this character is, but whatever this character is, it's basically beating the shit out of fucking Ben Reilly.
I have to wait for this series to come out in trade. I haven't read any of it yet.
Yeah. Elektra, Black, White, and Blood. No, it's got quite a few covers.
I think it was maybe the one with the Kevin Eastman story in it.
Yeah.
I remember in an interview he said he was doing some work in Elektra, Black, White, and Blood. So.
There is a Momoko.
Nice.
In fact, as I was, there's 2 of them. There's 2 Momokos, and they're both open order.
Wow.
There is a Fantastic Four joint, Fantastic Four number 43, a Silva concept art, and that one looks like it's open order. I don't see any details. Gunslinger Spawn #7. It is an amazing freaking cover. And it's just a dude holding a freaking gun. a revolver. But let me tell you, that freaking
Is that
revolver looks
that's
amazing.
open order cover too?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's
You're
open
gonna be
order.
putting me down for a couple of those. That says sweet.
This one is something that you're going to want to keep an eye out for. What's the furthest place from here at number 6? But again, this is the title that people have forgotten about. But this is the one where they've been putting out these 7-inch X's and everything. There is a 1 per store for this one.
All right.
Iron Fist number 2, or is it number 3 or number 4 or whatever it is right now. This one is going to be number 3, and there's a Chung design variant. That's open order.
Nice.
Star Wars has a black current stand cover, a photo cover. This is probably something that people are going to want to pick up. Definitely, because you never know when you might see this guy at a freaking
You know what? With
convention.
all the signature opportunities that are available now, yeah, I think that's a perfect investment.
Sir.
Especially with Star Wars Celebration around the corner too.
Now here is my piece de resistance. This is the one that I'm definitely feeling right now, and I know people are gonna glaze over this. Spidey and his amazing friends.
Spinner.
Yep, Spidey and Friends, the giveaway sampler number 1. It costs 25 cents.
I'm ordering 100 copies of this right now. Is every one of the little kids I know that are in my niece's age group watch that damn thing on Disney Plus.
Yes, sir.
That's perfect for Halloween giveaway.
This free promotional comic features all new stories from first comic readers. From my first comic reader, an easy to read comic book that is perfect for Spidey fans ages 5 to 7.
That's perfect.
So yes, definitely get this one. This is the one with your Spidey and Ghost Spider, and then this is going to be the first comic actually with Miles Morales' new freaking name, Spin.
Yeah, so I was just about to ask, is this now the official first Summit Comics that he's going to be named Spin?
Yes, sir.
For all the first appearance sounds hot.
Yes, sir.
It's on you quarter.
You heard it here first. You nobody else is talking about him being named Spin but me. So I don't
we've been on this for a while, man.
I don't speculate, but here's my other speculation. Here's my other joint. Miles Morales Spider-Man number. What is this? I forget what number this is. 38.
All right.
Number 38. This is the one where it's going to be a first appearance of Billy as a grown-up.
Ooh, all right, yeah.
And she's on the cover. She's on cover A. Now, in the meantime, we do have a 1 to 10 that's out there. We don't have the art for that one yet.
And you say it's a 1 in 10?
It's a 1 to 10. In fact, let's see.
Just for people who want to spec on babies, Billy's first appearance is Miles Morales Spider-Man 13.
Let me see if I can go into the PRH system and see if it's in there yet. That would be interesting. If there's a 1 to 10 and she's on the cover, because there is a 1 to 25 and there is a 1 to 25 and there's a 1 to 50. But she's not on there.
She's on the 1 in 10. I'll definitely get 25 just to get 2 of the 1 in 10.
Yes, I can confirm. Oh, ooh, okay, all right. So here's the deal. There's a 1 to 10, and she is on there. Oh, come on. And it's not only her, but there's another character that's on there as well. Come on, PRH. We ain't got all day.
Damn system. Dashboard crash.
And this.
Again?
Oh wait. Download high resolution image.
Okay.
because unfortunately I could see it, but it's just too small. Downloading.
Anyone
Jesus,
needs
this
to
freaking
see
thing is
things.
big.
You
It's
see
like
me
20 megs at
crying,
least.
God damn it! I'm too old. I'm too tired. I'm too fucking blind. Set the one of the greatest movies of all time.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna pull this over so we can see it. Um, it's got a basic breakdown of her character. Oh, so it's basically her. So there's a 1 in 25 and there's a 1 in 50, and what they're showing on this 1 in 10 is that other character that I thought wasn't her is actually her.
Oh wow!
So there's a Miles Morales Bartel that's out there.
All right. What is the Bartel? Is that the 1 in 25?
Nope, that is a regular 1 in 10. Let's see. Oh, not a 1 in 10. Excuse me. Excuse me as I bump back and forth between this shit.
Not a
So
problem. Not a problem.
the 1 in 10, then there's a 1 in 25. It's her and Miles on there. But once again, her face is covered so you don't know it's her. Then there's a 1 in 50, once again, and it's just her. The Bartel is like a photoshopped or like a what do you call it? A headshot of just her, and it looks beautiful. By the way, and that one's it's just an open order for that Bartel. And what's amazing is that there's actually a scroll. There's also an open order with a scroll dressed as Miles Morales.
Yes, that's awesome.
So that could be a big play. So I'm looking at 1, 2, 3 covers that could definitely make going after that 150 worth it.
Yeah.
Because then we get the 150, you get 2 of the 1 in 25s and 5 of the 1 in 10s. So yeah,
All right.
I'm definitely getting some of those.
I'm gonna be emailing you sometime tomorrow just to help me do some math.
Absolutely.
The 13s are hot right now. Her first appearance as a baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So two of them at the convention.
well, it's because I told everybody she was coming in this one. That was like a whole month ago when I told everybody about that.
Yep.
Spider-Man number 2099. There's an Hyuk Lee coming. Man, looks like as we have been doing the show, they've been popping out a lot more covers in. So give me a second.
Okay.
Savage Avengers. Savage Avengers by Carrie Andrews. This one's a 150. And it's got what's the name? Oh, Weapon H. I think that was the new Hulk.
Yeah, with the Hulk Wolverine mix up.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Weapon H.
Anti-Venom, Dagger and Cloak and Dagger, Conan, the Black Knight, Deathlock, and Elektra dressed as Daredevil.
Very interesting team.
So I guess I'm gonna need to look into Deathlock. Like, what's his first appearance? Do you know off the top of your head?
Astonishing Tales 25, which is also the first George Perez.
What has that been doing in the market? Do we know?
It's been ever since because of all the George Perez news. It's been on the uptick.
Really?
I haven't checked it in a couple weeks, but I know they're like $50 plus.
Because he's been showing up in quite a whole bunch of comics, so I don't know if he's coming.
He
might be coming. He might be on his way to the MCU.
I know he was an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. a while back, but I think he may be doing something more now. Which I don't know where he fits in the whole horror scheme of things that Marvel's pulling off right now.
But no, he would fit more into the whole multiverse thing.
Oh yeah.
You know, because
So
you got the TVA.
25, and I know he had a series in the 90s.
Mm-hmm. Star Wars Obi-Wan. There's a photo of the guy that played Obi-Wan.
Ewan McGregor.
Movies. Mm-hmm. More Avengers. Then there's an EM gist of Obi-Wan as an older guy. Venom. There's an Anyuk Lee of Venom, or as a Skrull, perpetrating as Venom. So that looks like that's going to be a big
It's
part
going
of
to
the
be a scroll
storyline.
themed variant. Son of a bitch.
The Savage Land, done by Peach Momoko, and let me tell you, this one looks gorgeous. It looks gorgeous. I'm gonna get enough.
Savage Land kids are going to get some love about time.
Yes, sir. More Power Rangers unlockables out there.
Go Power Rangers.
Talked about Quest Aside, number 1. That's the one with the skeleton. That's the 1/100. Draculina Beige. This one's up for FOC again. That's one where it's a whole bunch of back meat, a little bit of front meat. It's up on FOC again.
Back meat, front meat, all the meat good to eat. Just a fry.
Cowboy Bebop. It's got a really good picture of, or a really good thing of the black guy with the dog.
Who is buying this book?
People were all over the number 1 issue. Definitely.
I've noticed that. I'm kicking myself for not buying more copies of that when I had the shot.
Yep. And this one is it's actually a connecting issue, connecting cover that goes from 1 through 4. This one's done by Claudia Encielo. Cowboy Bebop, more Cowboy Bebop. This one is who did this one? I don't know who it is, but it's basically 2 ladies fighting. Oh, Braga. Braga did this one.
Nice.
Doctor Who comic. The Doctor Who special. There's going to be a 1-shot done by Adam Hughes.
Ooh, is that a ratio or
Open Order? Nobody buys enough Doctor Who stuff for them to be doing the census. Trust me. We already did Rise of Dracula. Hellcop. Going back to Hellcop, there's a amazing cover of this huge ass white gorilla. And it's got knight armor kind of on it, like it's getting ready to do battle. So interesting stuff. And then Monstrous is back, number 39. Sana Takada has an amazing cover of a tiger's face.
Oh wow.
Just good cover. Transformers Wars, and there's a couple of not amazing, but pretty nice covers. Godzilla versus Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It's a funny cover. I kind of like it. This one's issue number 2.
Nice.
And
issue
then
1 was
to close us out, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's going to be the same deal where there's going to be a Venus cover that's out there that we haven't seen yet, and there's also a 1 of 10.
What issue number is that?
This one is issue number 128.
All right.
And that's all I got, young man. Go ahead and close us out.
All right, well, that's it. Thank you all for joining us here tonight for Awesome Sauce Radio. Be safe, be well. Remember, you don't need to have a vision. I'd like to thank my sponsors. I'd like to thank Comedy Collectibles. You can check them out on Whatnot Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Mark, you're in my thoughts and prayers. I hope you made out good at the ER. I'd like to thank Mina Rarano, her SoundCloud, and check out all of her links in our link tree. The manager got in touch with you, so get back in touch with us. 9/8 Wednesdays, get your comic books on a guaranteed 9/8 each and every Wednesday. Big Apple Comic Con. The next show is December 19th, 2022 at the New Yorker Hotel. Love the Big Apple Comic Con. They're great. Key Collector Comics for 2 free weeks. Key Collector Comics. Just type in Blind Adam all one word. Exotica, the sexiest convention on God's green earth, is coming back to Chicago, April 28th to May 2nd. Remember, pay for your porn. Buy and invest in the comics you love, and this way you always win and make the money. And just be safe. I love you all. Blind Adam out. Testify.
home, you maniac! What's that?